Welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm your host, Joey Strange, live from the Bermuda Triangle. I'm here with my co-host, as always, Tony and Heather, and our special guest, Jason Garwood. How's it going, guys?
Hey, good.
It's going great.
Excellent.
Are you enjoying the Bermuda Triangle?
It's a little odd.
It is a little odd.
And the cell phone service sucks here.
I know. I can't get one.
I'm not letting you pick our locations anymore. I'm tired of traveling where you want to go.
While we were heading to Australia, we just kind of ended up here.
Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Wait, is that on the way? Like, I'm terrible with geographical locations.
Yeah, I don't.
You know this.
That's what we call you, Magellan.
So I guess, like, you guys order the tickets, you take care of the maps, you navigate, and I guess I'm going wherever the heck you're going.
Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Ready for the next one.
Yeah.
See, we keep on getting to this Thursday, and it's like, how was your weekend? Wait a minute. It's just like tomorrow's Friday. We're starting over again.
For me, Thursday is my weekend, though, because I'm always excited to do the show. So
It's pre-Friday.
Pre-game Friday, yeah.
Pre-Friday. Friday's loading.
every day's pregame Friday for me, though. So
I got to slap at the base.
slap at the BS.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh yeah, you and Sam switched out, didn't you?
Yeah. Sam played guitar. I played bass, which is still odd because Sam is one of those musicians that is just absolutely incredible. So whatever job I'm holding down,
Shout out to Sam.
just
Yeah.
like he played obviously with us at the Relay for Life, brings out this absolutely gorgeous 6-string bass and just and then Sunday I played and I'm playing that 4-string Ibanez, which plays like butter, and then he's playing guitar, and on guitar he's just I'm like, wow, I gotta go home and practice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm instrumentally retarded, so it doesn't really matter what I do.
Which way are we supposed to take that, Joey?
What do you mean?
You said you're instrumentally retarded.
Yeah.
He can play the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. He pick out some pretty good
I do.
stations.
I pick out some bangers every now and then.
No cash.
No Cash.
No cashes.
Look up Gasoline by No Cash if you get a chance.
Yes.
It's a really good song. You like it. It's a good Christian band.
Instrumentally, it is awesome. And then
Everything else is terrible. And I was joking. It's not a Christian band at all.
No. Yeah.
Well, the video that we were talking about just before we went on air that Jason shared with us he said it was Benny Hinn.
Yeah.
And,
Benny Hinn.
It was set to the tune of Drowning Pools, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
So, Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, man.
Just throw it out
He
there
just
like
went
that.
right at it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just getting used to the
Tell-
Bermuda Triangle.
Tell us what it is you do.
Yeah.
Did you catch the license plate of that bus?
Yeah.
Now you know how I feel.
Wow. What do? I do a lot of stuff. I'm married to my beautiful wife, Mary.
Is that the hardest job? Or?
No, that's easy.
Okay.
Shout out to Mary.
11 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
3 kids, 9, 5, and 4. So I'm
Wow.
training them to be good Christian libertarians. so
They're
to speak.
cute, too. They're cute.
They're getting big.
Yeah.
They eat a lot now.
Wait till you have teenagers.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, I guess as far as what I do by profession, I'm a pastor, and I live here in Caro. Only for about another month, though. I'm going to be moving to Virginia to plant a church.
Lucky you.
So,
That's exciting, though.
yeah.
Have you ever, lived out of Michigan before, or?
I grew up in southern Michigan, ended up in Philly, where I went to college and seminary. Excuse me. And yeah, that's where I met my wife. She's from Hershey, Pennsylvania, the sweetest place on earth.
Nice.
It's really,
Did you read that on a postcard?
I'm pretty sure it's plastered all over the town.
I've never been there, so I don't know what it's all about. And everybody's like, oh, there's Hershey Park and all this. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Is it made of chocolate?
There's a lot of chocolate. The streets are not made of
Sounds-
chocolate.
So
Sounds
is
like
that
my
where
kind of
Hershey's
place.
originated from?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
duh.
Well, I thought it was Michigan because you got Kellogg, you got Made Right Chips, you got the Verner's Company.
Yeah.
Pure Michigan.
So
Yeah.
how long have you been a pastor, Jason?
So bivocationally, I was bivocational during seminary and whatnot,
Okay.
so to speak. Did some intern type things for several years. So 7 years as a full-time pastor. But did some part-time stuff too. So
Nice.
yeah, it's kind of sad departure. I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss Callwood and
Definitely going to be missed.
you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I was just when we were talking about that, and
I
it's like,
wish-
it's gonna be different without you here. It's gonna
Yeah.
be different.
I just wish I could get away from you guys.
Oh, maybe if you would, straighten up and maybe become a good Christian, you could go with them.
You can come visit. It's all good.
That's probably not going to happen.
I kind of figured as
Sorry.
much, but I threw it out there.
Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Cool.
Very
Oh, I
cool.
play the drums. I'm not instrumentally challenged.
Yes, he is a phenomenal drummer.
When you were up there, I was like, okay, there's somebody else doing the sermon today, and then I look and I'm like, oh, Jason's playing the drums.
You strike me as a Slayer guy.
Slayer.
No. Cannibal Corpse, dude. Get it right.
Oh.
I was more like Striper. To hell with the devil.
Yes,
That was a good
yes.
song.
Striper. It's so funny with the whole metal genre label thing. People forget Slayer and Striper are both metal.
They rocked, man. They had the hair too.
Arguably.
I don't know either one. Well, I know Slayer, but I don't know the other one.
Well, we all know your favorite band's Metallica.
Oh, it sure is not.
Sure is
I
not.
am so sorry, but I can't.
Garage
Ooh.
Inc. Come on.
Shots fired,
That's okay. I'm not worried. Like, I'm not afraid to go head to head with somebody about something I don't like. I'm not scared of that.
Do you like Chick-fil-A?
I don't know. I've never had it. I don't know what it.
Go to Lansing, eat Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Jack in the Box.
Oh wait, I probably can't have it. Well, I guess if they've got grilled chicken, but I can't.
I'm
Yeah.
getting,
So,
I'm getting
yeah.
messages that people can't hear anything. So
Is
What
in
did
the
I
right
do?
input?
I don't know if it's just one person or
Okay. Well,
That would be weird if it was just one person.
is it. Hold on. Let me come off the mic for a second.
yeah. Come check this out. Leave it to me to mess things up.
Yeah, you'd be only hearing
Is it the right input here?
one side of the conversation.
We're live. But what's this going on?
We are live.
Hmm,
We need that technical difficulties music
I guess so.
in the background.
Is it the right input?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't put.
Okay.
Wait, do I need the headphone one?
I'm gonna assume
mine.
that
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
right.
assume that it's okay.
Okay.
Is there
Well,
anybody in the chat?
Leon asked me on Facebook if we are live yet. So
Well,
don't
he would
know.
be-
Well, being in the Bermuda Triangle.
that's
Yeah,
probably
we're
what's going on.
That's the signal.
I see one viewer on our live feed, but as far as the chat goes right now, that's not up.
The chat's not up.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Let me do a test.
Okay,
real quick.
she's okay, Becky. So you can hear us. Will you let me know? I know you just posted on my Facebook. You guys can hear us, okay? Because we're getting mixed signals here. Just waiting.
Yeah, because we just.
This is
covered
why we should probably start running more tests before we go live.
We were set up
Probably
an
good,
hour early.
We covered so much great stuff too, and I really hope that it was all at least recorded.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. If we have to start over, we're only 8 minutes in.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm confident that it's going to be okay.
Curse you, Bermuda Triangle.
I'm trying to see if I can find. She says she's listening live on YouTube.
So can you?
we
hear
good?
us?
We good?
I
Can
think
you hear
we're
us?
good.
You think
All
we're
right.
good?
All
Yes.
right. Well, technical difficulties because of our location.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Thanks for
We're
letting
good.
us
Never
know.
mind. That was awkward.
That was
anyway.
awkward, but we made it happen.
Nothing on Joey.
Is it good? We should be good.
Hmm.
Everything's good. All right. Turn that off. We're good. We got
Okay. All right. So we're just listening
We're all
again
right.
to make sure that we are funny.
this. Okay. Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Turns out I'm still the funniest. So
Wow, that's
That got
debatable.
weird.
That
See,
did get
don't make
weird.
this weird.
That's probably the weirdest that it's been, and
Yeah.
had nothing to do with us. It was
It wasn't
completely.
me.
Thanks, Becky, for answering that. We had somebody message Joey and tell him that they couldn't hear us.
That's not true. They messaged Tony. I had nothing to do
or
with it.
Tony.
It wasn't me.
It was.
It was a prank.
Was it you?
Uh-huh. That's
Nope,
what it
they're
was.
making this
It's
weird.
just a prank, bro.
Just a prank. So that's, yeah. So anyway, we're good now.
So, anyways, continue on with talking about.
I don't even know where we were at.
You were talking about
Striper.
Yes, Striper.
Good band.
I've never heard of it.
So
I'm-
you've the 7 years that you've been a pastor, you've been at Garwood for 6.5 of those.
Yeah, I rounded up.
Okay.
7 years.
Nice.
Yep.
So what's it like going from Philly to hearing banjo music in the middle
Oh.
of nowhere?
Oh my gosh.
Well, the weird thing is if there's a traffic jam around here, it's because students are driving their tractors to school,
Mhm.
That's interesting.
or a combine is doing something he shouldn't, probably.
I never drove my tractor to school here. So
Yeah.
It's a lot different culturally. Actually, I grew up in a town smaller than Caro, so it wasn't entirely unfamiliar for me. But
Nice.
going to Philly was a shocking experience, for sure.
Well, it had to be.
did you get into hardcore gangster rap?
I've been known to spit a little bit.
spit fire bars.
So did you have a DJ or were you the rapper?
Yeah, I was both, man.
Nice.
Made your own beats.
Yeah,
So he's Ice Cube and Dre.
there you go.
It's a combo. Go you. Oh, so on the live chat,
How
Oh.
about
what was sound effects coming in on the live chat? My sister thinks she's hilarious and says that my favorite band is Nickelback. That is so not true.
She can't listen anymore.
Ugh.
Why do they get dogged on so much?
I think it's probably because they're awful. I think that might have
I
something.
agree with
I
Joey.
think that might have
Nickelback
something to do with it.
sucks.
They
Well, I
just-
mean, for pop, culture, they put out some very popular songs.
It
Was
sounds
everybody
all-
wrong back then?
It
Yes.
sounds all
Is that
the
what it
The
was?
same.
answer is yes.
The answer is yes. They all kind of okay. So their songs all kind of sound alike.
Look at this giraffe.
Yeah. Oh gosh, those were so funny.
Photograph.
Yeah, their songs all sound alike, and they're overplayed.
I
It's
call
a
it Trailer Park Mom Rock.
Gosh. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I throw it all kind of in like one category.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh.
definitely that's like the main one. And then Hinder is up there too for Trailer Park Mom Rock for me.
I've never heard anybody say that before.
Yeah. Because it's like
Oh.
if you met like a mom from a trailer park, it's like the kind of music she'd probably listen to.
So is that a Joey original or was that
Yeah, I made it up.
okay?
I'm just that funny.
Nice.
Do you guys? This is a great segue. Real quick.
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay.
Philly in music.
Yeah.
Do you know the band Emery?
I've heard of them.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay, I
Once
saw them
again.
live in Philly.
Really?
Great show.
Once again, I have
Good.
no idea.
That's because
I feel behind. Like I really need to start listening to more music.
I mean we try to introduce you to
you do.
some new
I know
stuff.
some pretty good stuff though. I mean, there was things that you brought over, and I'm like, oh, I know this. So
Oh yeah. Rancid. You like
Rancid.
Rancid and
Greta
Michael
Van
Graves.
I do see. And Greta Van Fleet. We always bring up Greta. I
Because
think
we
you're-
really just want them on our show.
Yeah,
it's, us,
right.
it's us begging them every week.
Shameless promotion.
have
You're
you
not
heard
above.
have you heard them?
Who? Hanson?
No. No, Greta Van Fleet from Frankenmuth. We've talked about this like every
No, I haven't a
I have to
clue.
check it out.
They're
Cool.
like they sound just like modern day Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
the lead
awesome.
singer sounds just like Robert Plant. It's insane.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
very
it's
cool.
good stuff.
So
It's good stuff. But yeah, we probably should stop bringing them
Probably
up
should
every
stop.
week.
because we're kind of now like bordering stalker-ish,
Yeah.
I kind of feel.
I feel like someone's gonna they're gonna sue. or something. Like,
They might. Oh, that
Yeah.
scares me. Well, we're not playing their music. We're just telling them
I
that they're
could pull
great.
it up on YouTube.
No, stop
no,
it. Get out of
fine.
here.
let's not do that.
We're on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
We are.
hmm
What are we doing right now?
Yeah.
Our third podcast.
Yeah.
Where was I for the last
Number
two?
3.
Was I here?
Yeah.
We
Lucky number
left
3.
you in wherever we were last
Why
time.
am I naked? I don't understand.
That's what I question every time.
Why am I just wearing socks?
I didn't sign up for this.
You did not sign up for this. I knew,
That's the weird
That
part,
was coming.
right?
Yeah.
but we're glad that you're here. So, I mean, you got an adventure coming up.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me.
Heather doesn't realize the reason we have guests every week is because we're actually interviewing to replace her.
That makes sense now.
You just
Oh.
told her you're supposed to wait.
Well, I mean, the first one we
I'm-
had was Lydia, then Emily and Leon, and now
I'm
Jason, so-
irreplaceable. See, who's going to mess up words like me? Nobody.
I mean, I do a pretty good job.
It's true. You do a good job at that.
I can call in from DC.
You could.
Yeah.
We would like that.
We actually did that for the first time last week. We had
Oh.
what was her name? Rosie?
Rosie. Yeah.
From the
High
punk rock,
five hideout.
Oh, I did hear that segment.
Yeah.
punk
Yeah,
rock
I did.
flea market. It was awesome.
Yep. And I
Did she ever
Try
get
to
back
touch
with you?
no, but I accidentally sent it to somebody else in the first place. Like I messaged, I was like, "Oh, I just want to know how it went," and then
yeah.
I got a awkward text message back that said, "I'm not Rosie, and I hope it went good." Only me. I mean,
I hope it went good. That would be my response to like around.
well, this is kind of funny though because this lady accidentally text messaged me like 3 days before when I was going into work, and she's like, "So you're off this weekend? Would you like to come in and work?" And I'm like, I could use some money. so I text her back, and I'm like, "Well, I'm not who you're looking for, but I would definitely like to come in and make some money." So she's like, "Are you a Cena?" And I'm like, "No, but I know somebody who's
could be.
looking for a job."
I could
So it was kind of funny. She accidentally messaged me wrong, and then so
That's pretty good.
But-
Good stuff.
yep, that's my life.
I feel like I can be whatever you need me to be.
No, I don't want to go that far. Yeah, I'm afraid to say things like that. I get myself in enough awkward
You
positions.
you can't be afraid. Just wing it.
Just wing it.
Just wing it.
Well, you saw that Facebook post about when a telemarketer calls you, you just
Mm-hmm.
answer the phone going, "It's done."
It's done. I did not see that,
Oh God.
and I don't really
I
get that
think-
many telemarketers.
I think it'd be funnier to just answer screaming in pain,
Oh,
like just at the top of your lungs.
Just totally do the whole Robin Williams thing that he did for Mrs. Doubtfire.
oh man.
Just repeat what they say to you.
Yeah.
Just keep saying it back.
So, anybody got plans for this weekend?
Barbecue.
Oh,
It
I'm
is
not gonna
Labor Day
be
weekend.
here.
What day are you doing that?
Monday.
That's not the weekend.
Oh, I'll be back
That's
on
Monday.
Monday, but I got to work.
What the fuck? It's not the weekend. She said, "What are you doing this weekend?"
Weekend, Tony. Get with us.
Well, actually,
I'm doing
this-
a barbecue after the weekend.
He's prepping the meat for 2 days.
That's
I
right.
guess,
Monday.
marinade.
marinating it. No,
Mhm.
actually, Leon hit me up, and shout out to Leon if you're listening.
He
We're
said
going to
yes.
be bugging out, doing the survival class.
Just
thing
a bunch
again.
of dudes camping naked in the woods. That's
Naked
Wow.
and Afraid. That's that
I
show.
would be
right?
No,
afraid.
nobody wants to see this naked. Trust me.
That's where the naked and afraid part comes in.
It's getting weird.
Yes.
Oh God, I think it's looking at me.
Oh
My
man.
bad.
On that note, I'm going up north to get away from you jerks. Going to go see my sister.
Why do you want to get away from us?
North
Because
of the triangle.
North of the
No.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a long trip back from the triangle.
You got a paddle boat, right?
we might
Oh,
never make
man.
it back.
You might
We might
never,
be here forever. You might not make it.
you might not ever
So
get that chance.
What
to
are you
move.
doing for Labor Day weekend, Jason?
I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow.
Just go day to day.
Me
Yeah.
either.
Hanging out with the family,
Yeah.
probably. We're getting our house ready. Well, we're selling our home,
Oh.
so we're going to be closing at the end of September. So we're packing and doing some stuff like that.
Oh, I
but
hate packing. You never realize how much stuff you have until you start packing. You're like, where did I get all of this crap?
just throw it away.
And just throw it away and start
Donate
new.
it. I've been to
Yes.
Goodwill like 50 times.
It's the best part about being a broke millennial. Everything fits in one car trip. I wish that was a joke, but it's true.
It's the truth. So
Yeah, we were talking about your bug out bag. You're like, dude, Molly straps. I got everything I need.
Yeah, just like you can never have enough pouches, and that bag fits a lot of pouches. So
yeah,
Well, and then attempting to sharpen your knife too. That was interesting.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Way to go.
I messed it up pretty
So,
bad.
do you do that stuff, Jason? Do you like do survival stuff at all?
I try to survive the Walmart parking lot.
Oh gosh, that is a chore.
Is that a thing? It's a thing.
Or
It is a thing.
or getting out of the speedway down at that end.
Oh, I hate that
jeez.
speedway.
That speedway sucks.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
intersection needs to be rethought.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they designed that, but
Well,
No,
look,
see, what scares me is the little old ladies on the Amigos at Walmart, man. Because if you have like your big toe in any close proximity to when they're coming down the aisle,
You
they
could
will
lose it.
find it and they will run it over.
just punch her out.
so I have to tell you, because you were talking about the Amigo. One weekend that me and my sister and the kids and her husband went to the Dow Gardens, her mom got on one of the Amigos and she runs right into to the bubble tanks and dents the front of the basket. And I'm just going, So she looks at me and she's like, yep. Didn't see that coming.
Wow.
Yeah, $5, to rent it. And then we're just like, what do we do?
You dented
You
it.
park
That's
it?
what you did.
No, that's not. I know what
Drive it
happened.
like you stole it.
I know that's what happened, but like,
Do you
you
do you
give-
remember way back in like the MySpace days,
Bring back MySpace.
no, let's not do that.
Shut up, Joey.
It was only like
Um,
2009, right? I mean,
But it was the
man.
like the list of things to do in Walmart.
yeah,
Do you remember that?
go into the dressing room and ask for more toilet paper. Or
Yeah,
my
there's
favorite
like
one, my favorite one because of how short I am. I was like, go into the clothing racks and come out and say, "We made it out of Narnia."
Yeah, there's some pretty funny stuff on there.
Those are dangerous. I used to work there. Let me tell you, those racks are eye level. Scary.
For you,
Scary for
like,
5
not for
foot.
normal people.
Wait a minute.
I try not to step on people.
Yeah,
That's
I was
my
gonna
thing.
say. I was gonna say, like, I'm surrounded by tall people, except for Tony.
Yeah, Tony's not very. He's pretty short.
I am 5'5".
When did you get another inch?
Did you round up again?
No, this is no joke. I started
Mm.
using
Just round up by
Doc
2 feet.
Sala at Caro Fit. Shout out to Doc. Hopefully he comes on the podcast. And I was 5'4.5". And through chiropractic care and massage therapy, shout out to Brandy, who makes me cry like a little girl every week.
It's so true.
I gained half an inch because he actually fixed my neck and my back, even though it's still, jacked up. Because his favorite line to say to me every time I get an adjustment is, "You're just put together wrong." And I'm like, "Yep."
Pretty much.
It's think of it as you're really good at gravity.
Yeah.
No, gravity sucks.
No, it's not kind to him. It's so funny because we talked about how his last, we were talking about the horrible dates on the last one and how he trips upstairs. And
I
it's
do.
so true. I'm following him up the steps one day. And all of a sudden, here he goes. He goes just trips and slides on his stomach towards the wall. And I'm a jerk. I just started laughing because I'm just like, what just happened?
I liked it.
And then I asked if he was okay.
I liked it the relay, like you laying down on the stage because you just couldn't get back up on the stage. So you're like, oh, I guess I'll lay here.
And play guitar.
This is where this is
all I
my
had to do
home
was
now.
play guitar. I didn't have to worry about
He's thinking about taking a nap right there. That's
As
funny.
long as I can play guitar, I don't have to be upright.
What cracked me up though is you walked up on the stage and still hit your bean in the pole. Like everybody else
I had
is
to-
taller, but
That
you
stage
still.
was so short.
It was
Try
short.
being me and running up and down those steps all day, getting people's shit on the stage.
That's
I loved
true.
it. I loved it when we were setting it up the night before, and you're like, "Hey, how tall is Sam?" And I'm like, that's a good question."
Just randomly message Sam, hey, how tall are you?
That's not weird.
That gets
and
weird
he-
if you do that.
He was hunched over the whole show too. I felt
Yeah.
so bad for him.
Yeah.
Shout out to other Sam as well.
Yeah.
Different Sam.
So, yeah, that was pretty
Both-
interesting.
Both great bass players though.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Nice.
But
I like bass players.
I
We're
do
not going to
too.
go into
It's getting
that.
weird. It's getting weird.
You can't help that.
I do too when you can hear them.
Right.
Slapping the bass.
Slap at the bass.
Slap at the
So,
bass, man.
Jason, is that the only thing that you play is the drums, or do you play any other instruments?
No,
Just the drums?
I can.
Played a G chord before we went on
I know
air.
GCD, which is like half of Christian music.
And pretty much all of rock and roll, folk. Yeah.
Hey man, punk rock is pretty complex. All right.
Tell that to Joey Ramone.
Yeah, there you go.
Every song sounds the same.
I know a few chords. I've been known to play the bass a
That's all you
little,
need.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the bass.
just a little.
It's less complicated to me when I look at it.
So do we have any questions in the chat yet?
Other than Leanne asking if this thing is on, and then my sister rusing me, and then Darian said that she is a Cena. So maybe
Where is everybody?
Yeah.
Millions of people listen to this. Where are they?
Where are they? Oh my god.
Where are you?
Oh,
Call
brother,
your
we're out
friends.
though.
Hey, tell your friends if you're listening to
Yeah.
tune in, please. We need your help.
No, Joey just
I
wants
just
your attention.
need your attention.
Joey's an attention-seeking whore.
Please, God, I need your attention. I'm gonna die.
Speaking of, please, God, this guy could put you in the right direction.
I'm good.
I can try.
You try.
I don't think,
Yeah, good luck
It's
with that
a
one.
pretty- have you ever heard of a lost cause? Because I would say I'm probably it.
Well, at least he's honest about it. I mean, it's one of those things that we've had lots of conversations till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And anytime the religion, Christianity, belief conversation comes up, he's like, I don't understand why people just can't not be dicks to each other.
It's true though. I feel like you don't need a book filled with metaphors to just not be an asshole to people. I mean, no offense.
I
I mean,
get
I
get it.
I don't have anything against religion at all. This is not my thing, you know.
Well, I know a while, like when I was younger, it was kind of hard to, first starting out, my family was Catholic, and then they decided
I'm
against it. And then we started going to being, Christianity and everything. But when we lived up north for a little while, my brother and I went to this one church with some friends. And when he walked in, like he was all dressed with like the punk, attire and everything, and the mohawk and all that stuff. And instantly they took a look at him and told him to leave. So after that, it was kind of hard for me to understand. I had to realize that it wasn't necessarily, God or the Bible or anything. It was some of the churches. So,
See, and I've never really had any negative experiences with churches. I just don't believe in anything. So I don't really know. Like, I think I've been to the Garwood church a few times for Friday Night Fusion back in like middle school and high school. But
Yeah.
that was forever ago.
Well, when I started going to Garwood, I have to tell you guys this story because it was great. I literally walked in and I'd played Russian roulette with all the churches around here. You went with me on a couple of those adventures.
Oh,
it physically made me ill walking into these churches and going, there is zero evidence that Christ is being practiced anywhere. And I walked into Garwood Church, and it was funny because there was this big 20-foot by 20-foot banner that said it's all about Jesus. In fact, I have the cup on top of my computer.
I see it over there.
And I was just kind of looking around, getting the lay of the land. And then here comes this really tall, really dweeby looking guy.
What adjective did he use?
Dweeby.
Dweeby.
I have to look that one up.
And he's like, hi, how you doing? You new here? And I'm like, yeah, it's my first time here. And he's like, hi, I'm Jason. Service starts at 10:45. There's a little coffee, barista, tea, whatever.
You guys got snacks?
Oh, dude, they have the
Little bit
best
of
snacks.
snackage. Homemade cookies.
Yeah.
Went for the snacks, stayed for the Jesus.
So, not realizing that he was the pastor at that point in time, I was like, cool, thanks, And so I went, grabbed a thing of tea, and then went and sat in the second row. And the praise and worship was awesome. Knew a handful of people that were actually on the praise and worship team, and I went, hey, I know these guys. So then here comes this really tall, really dweeby looking guy on stage, and he's like, hi, I'm Pastor Jason Garwood, lead pastor at Garwood Church. And I went,
Hey,
He's the one that introduced himself to me. Like
that guy.
That guy. So
Mhm.
it was kind of cool walking into a church, meeting the pastor, and them not having a chip on their shoulder.
Or a robe.
Right.
Yes.
And it was just that kind of, as Jason and I have cultivated our friendship over the past couple of years, that kind of set the tone of, hey, I'm Jason. Hey, I'm Tony.
Have you ever wore a robe? Was that ever?
No.
No, never.
No.
It's never been your thing.
No.
I would,
Or
just to
cleric.
make myself feel better than everybody else.
Those are wrong motives.
And this is why I'm not a pastor.
Although there are probably plenty of pastors who've done that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I'm too flamboyant to not wear a robe. I feel like
Oh, wow.
I just like being the center of attention.
You're flashy. You like to
I
be
am.
flashy. Like today.
You have to get a flamingo robe, though.
Would that be acceptable?
No.
No.
I wouldn't
I
think
mean,
so.
you know,
Oh, come on. Peter started the Church of the Fawns. Why can't he start the Church of Flamingos?
Oh man.
That's true. I feel like I should be. I mean, there's so many ridiculous religions. I feel like you could start the Church of Flamingo.
yeah, there's a lot of wonky stuff out there.
Yeah. Hashtag Scientology. No offense if you're a Scientologist, but you're nuts.
I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty interesting things about that.
I've seen a lot of interesting things about a lot of religions. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true. That's true.
So you said earlier you don't believe in anything, which is actually a belief statement.
well, I mean,
were you-
that's just part of it. Like, I guess I would be considered agnostic more than anything. Like, I
Okay.
don't not believe in anything. I just don't believe in anything. Like, it's whatever. Like, there could be. I don't fucking know. I don't know the answers. like I look at it like, don't ask me to fix your car because I have no idea how to fucking fix the car. Don't ask me about God because I don't know anything about God. So, like, it's kind of the same
Okay.
thing for me. So,
I didn't know if you were like,
no, I'm not
And-
like there's no God. Like,
and I hate him. That's
Yeah.
usually the principles of atheism. There is
Yeah.
no God, and I hate him.
yeah,
Yeah, why do you hate something you don't believe in?
it
Well,
doesn't make any sense. But,
I didn't know if you like believed in evolution. And
oh, I mean, I
Things
don't
like that.
like. I don't fucking know anything about it. Like, I'm like, I just don't care. I guess. Like, I'm too busy to fucking look into evolution and shit. Like, why the fuck?
Oh, Joey.
Well, the great thing about Darwin is, you know what put him on the map, right?
What?
He, at that point in time in history, the only reason he got on the map is because he had documented, what was it, the most insects at that point in time. And as these insects went from one generation to the next, there was a distinct change based on their environment.
I think Darwin is an interesting guy, to say the least.
I love the Darwin Award. That is awesome.
To me, like, I don't know. I guess it was just kind of cool how like he just didn't give a fuck. Like, he wasn't afraid to just like, just say what he felt needed to be said, and didn't care about all of the people that are like, hey, you're probably crazy.
Wasn't he friends with Freud?
Fraud,
that's a
pretty
Freudian
much.
slip
Freudian
there.
slip right there.
Fraud. Dude was a
Oh.
fraud.
Well, didn't he do like enough cocaine to kill a horse?
Oh,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
that's
That
not-
sounds like some Hunter S. Thompson shit.
That does sound like that. So-
I know more about Karl Marx than Darwin.
I
Um,
don't know anything about Karl Marx.
Just to catch up with the chat.
He's Russian.
Oh, the
Oh,
chat's
we got
busy.
some chat stuff.
We got some
Oh,
chats.
cool.
Leon says hi, everyone.
Hi, Leon.
And,
Hola.
Darian said that she's getting pizza. Ha, Joey.
Oh yeah, she's rubbing it in my face because
And
I
also,
want a pizza.
well, you always want pizza.
I do always want
Pizza and beer.
because we
Weird.
talked last week about how my GoFundMe get Joey a large pizza. That was
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's no bids on it yet. We're still trying to figure
Nope.
out why that is.
no.
Send me the
donations.
link. I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
And Leon said he missed the entire half, but good thing it will be up after we were done, and
That's
you
true.
can go ahead and
Yeah,
listen
you
to
can
it
catch
as
up.
many times as you'd like.
Actually, I think
Yeah.
on YouTube you can actually go back while it's still
Oh, can you?
live streaming. Maybe I could be.
Mm.
I'm probably just making that up. to be honest.
He's too busy to know. so-
Yeah.
And Kirk says, "Hey, Pastor."
Oh, hey,
Hey.
shout out to Kurt.
Hi,
Hey, what's
Kirk.
up,
Kirk.
Kirk?
Kirk.
Kirk Van Horn.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So that I'm caught up with it now. So if you guys want to talk, I can.
Oh, thanks for cutting me off,
Yeah.
Heather.
Thanks for the
I was talking to the
interruptions.
chat, not you.
Oh,
Oh, that clock's wrong, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been here a while.
Mhm.
It is the triangle.
It's so true.
Nothing
So-
electrical wants to work tonight. It's 8:34.
Yeah, yeah. We still got some time. You're still here for a little while.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
need to. You know,
he's got to take off at 9, right?
9
But-
o'clock.
But
We're
we'll probably keep going for a little bit.
we might entertain. We
Might
got
keep
4
going.
likes already.
If you guys want, we'll keep
Nice.
going.
Yeah, if you want us to stick around.
Let us know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let us know in the
comment.
chat.
Let us know.
Mhm.
Also, we're still working on that tabletop podcast as well,
Yes.
because we are interested in doing that. We just got to work out some of the logistics,
Mhm.
because we have no fucking clue what we're doing. So
We just make it
that
a Thursday.
podcast?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's the story behind that?
Well, we're going to do tabletop with D&D or Flood Tides, or we're going to play Dread, or we're going to do Cards Against Humanity. So, because we've had a few listeners that were like, yes, you have to do a game session of the podcast.
yeah, which it would be. I feel like we shouldn't. I was like, we shouldn't do it on this one, but we could do like a separate one.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with you.
What about Shoots and Ladders?
Oh. I was never good at that stuff. I'm good at the sorry game though.
I'm a fucking Candyland master.
Joey, you look like you would be. You do.
That's true.
You do.
I love
was
the
my
shirt
favorite.
that he's wearing too, and he did it by total accident.
What shirt? are
Did
you
he
talking
though?
about?
Let's get
I don't know.
weird.
I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm not wearing anything.
Oh, he took that off at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
People,
My bad.
people are paying.
He's still naked.
Tony just can't see. That's all.
We got to get some T-shirts made up though,
Yeah.
for other people, not for me.
Yeah, because he won't wear it.
Joey's not
He
going to wear it.
refuses. That's his demand in the
I
studio.
do want a coffee cup though.
Yeah,
Don't
I think
make
we
this
could make
weird
that
coffee
happen.
cup.
So
That'd be cool. We didn't make coffee before this one either, which is kind of a bummer because I kind of
Oh,
want
yeah.
some now. But whatever.
we're not going to talk about that coffee pot again.
No.
No.
Why would you mention it? Now Leon's gonna comment.
Way to go.
I'm sure he will. So speaking of the good coffee, though, we were talking about that at Garwood, how they've got all that coffee, and
Yeah.
you know they've got you have got the tables all set up too.
You want to know what the story is behind the coffee?
Yeah, I'd like to actually.
It's from Land of a Thousand Hills. So there's
That sounds straight out of the Bible.
it may be.
Land
I don't
of
know.
a Thousand Hills.
It's a company that helps. It's basically they help local economics in Africa
Or
Nice.
through that. So
Well,
Oh,
what's
wow.
that Bible verse that talks about my father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills?
Book of Psalms.
Yeah, that's what I
I was
thought.
gonna say
that.
it sounds straight out of the Bible or like Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings. Of course, a lot of the stuff in the Bible sounds like it could be right from Lord of the Rings.
Well, that's what Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. A lot of their stories are based
So
on
did
scripture.
Webster, too, when he wrote the dictionary.
Noah Webster.
Get a dictionary.
Get a dictionary.
Yeah. Anyway,
and not urban.
so we get a lot of the coffee because you can get a good deal with bulk, but it's straight from Africa.
Nice.
It's really cool.
That's very
Helps their
cool.
local economy.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's very good.
God knows they need it.
Yeah.
This segment brought to you by
That great coffee at Garwood.
Yeah.
Elwood Church Coffee.
Yeah,
The tea's not bad either.
Never
good
had it.
I like
selection.
it.
I'm an avid tea drinker.
I
So.
like tea. I like a good hot tea, or even fucking sweet tea from McDonald's. It doesn't really
Ugh.
matter.
Gut rot.
Chick-fil-A has good
Chick-fil-A.
sweet tea.
I'm gonna have to check this
I've
out.
actually never had Chick-fil-A.
Oh my,
Me
but
either.
I've
It's
heard.
good.
I've heard it's really good.
it's delicious.
It's right up there with Jack in the Box.
I had Golden Corral not that long ago. That was pretty good for the first time.
Were you sick afterwards?
No, I wasn't actually.
Just sounds
You-
like a horrible like.
You get a lot of problems sometimes when
Ugh.
buffets like that.
Is that like White Castle?
Yeah.
Oh god, I love White Castle. Though. It's so good.
Nope. Nope. There's
don't even
nothing
care.
worse than when you do a gig and you're literally sweating out everything you drank. Show up at White Castle at 4:00 in the morning and you eat, I don't know, 10, 15 White
Yeah,
Castles.
maybe don't do that.
And then you have to drive 2.5 hours home.
What's that moderation thing, or you know?
Oh, no.
Not that I know much about this myself, but
No, see, here's the great part about it is being a musician that was on the road. you're all about making bad choices.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I imagine.
Have you
I
have you eaten there before ever? White Castle?
Yeah.
I was gonna say 15 isn't really that many.
It's like a
I don't
handful
get-
for
It is
some
when
people.
there's nothing left in your stomach except alcohol.
I've never had problems with White Castle though.
I haven't
everybody's
either,
like,
actually.
everybody's like, yeah, it like makes me shit a bunch. It's like maybe you're just fucked up. Like, maybe it's not the White Castle.
Maybe it's just
The White Castle
you.
brought out the problem.
Maybe
Yeah.
you're just dying. Like I don't,
Hallelujah. We found out what's wrong with you. Oh man. Darian said Chick-fil-A is the greatest.
See?
Tons of them down south. Well, that's
first
why.
Good
she,
work.
first she talks shit
Well,
about
where's-
the pizza.
where's
Now she's
the,
talking shit about
Chick-fil-A at
chicken.
Michigan?
I'm just hungry now.
There's a couple. There's one in Lansing.
Okay.
I think there's one at Oakland. What is it? Oakland University? Their campus.
Really?
But there's one near Holland. The Lansing one just opened up, I think, this year.
I dated a girl that went to Oakland.
Is this gonna get weird?
No.
It could.
It lasted maybe like a month, and then there's nothing.
Was it too
there's
weird?
Nothing, no, there's nothing interesting about it at all.
Did you set the standard right off the top?
Yeah, I punched her right in the forehead, and then everything was cool after that. She's like,
Apparently not. Like, was she knocked out for the rest of the month?
yes, when she woke up, she was not pleased.
She didn't like pizza either, though. That was probably part of the problem.
How could you not like pizza?
No, that's a deal breaker for me for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I can't eat pizza.
But I mean,
so-
I once broke up with a girl for not liking Queen. So
Yeah, that's right. You did say that.
What's her problem with the Queen of England? Is that?
Yeah.
like the band Queen.
I got you.
But have you seen those memes of
I was trying to
Trump's
make it weird.
face on the Queen?
Trump's face on the Queen. That was hilarious.
No,
Oh man.
I like that page, Nicolas Cage's face on things. My favorite page. It's literally just them photoshopping
Oh,
his
that's
face
great.
on stuff.
My cousin had this like moment where she would do like Paula Deen writing things. Like she'd do the Photoshop for that. It was pretty funny.
there's a page. Is it Jeff Goldblum? Is that the guy from
Oh, Jurassic Park and
Yeah.
yeah,
Independence Day?
yeah,
I think it's called the same picture of.
yeah. I
Jeff.
like that page, and then the same picture of Chris Pratt every day, and then there's the same picture of Michael Cera every day as well.
They did that with
I like him.
Steve Buscemi too.
But the Chris Pratt one's my favorite because his face just makes me happy because he's just such a genuine person. So to see his face,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, hey, Chris Pratt's face today. Cool. I'm gonna have a good day today. That's the way to start your day. Start it with a cup of Folgers and Chris Pratt's face. I don't drink Folgers. I never
gonna
drank
say,
Folgers in my life. I'm more of a
I'm
Colombian.
trying to find that meme so I can show Jason because it's hilarious.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you're. I'm like, get off your phone.
No.
We're in the middle of a podcast, sir.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
is that
doing-
what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah. Well,
How could I
I'm-
possibly
you know.
forget that?
There's been some funny ones coming out. What was it? Bernie Sanders.
Oh, God.
Oh, somebody just showed it to me. Something about Houston and needing to rebuild and work on climate change, and it was the picture of the guy.
For all of you that are listening, we just showed Jason the memes of Trump's face
Isn't that
on
awesome?
the Queen of England.
I love that our president is essentially a living meme, though.
It's so true.
That makes me so happy because I'm not the biggest Trump. I don't really care either way, but like just some of the shit he posts on Twitter just makes me laugh so hard. I'm like, a human being said this and he's our president?
I know.
How did that happen?
Thank
That's
you.
fucking hilarious.
Thank you. I was thinking
Oh
the
my
same thing, and I
God.
get like looks all the time like, don't talk about it.
You
now."
can't talk about our
Oh.
president. Like we've been joking about presidents since the beginning of time.
We've
Like,
been
can we-
joking about him since the beginning of time,
Right.
before he was president.
It is kind of part of the gig. You become president, you get to
You-
be mocked, like Saturday Night Live.
yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
can't.
funny.
If you get any kind of fame or anything like that, you get to be mocked. Like that's just the rules.
Yeah,
like
that's
if
just
you
what happens.
if you have any kind of following at all, you're allowed to be made fun of.
Except for our followers here in this podcast.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
make
no.
fun of
Yeah.
us.
keep it
Leave me
quiet.
alone. I get hazed enough by the guys in the studio.
Shout out to everybody who wants hate mail. So
No.
Yeah, send Heather your hate mail. We'll set up email just for her. to
P.O.
get hate
box.
mail.
P.O.
P.O.
box.
box. Yeah. get
Well,
actual letters, because
I
then
don't think it's gonna happen.
that's even worse. I feel like than an email,
They
because they
spent
took the time to
time.
mail it to you. They really don't.
Especially if they
like you.
handwrite it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
nobody
can
does
feel
that
the
anymore.
anger on
Right.
the page.
you can see.
There's pen holes in the notebook.
And then I'm gonna get it, and there's gonna be like tears all over it. They hate me. Yeah, good stuff.
That sounds good. Let's do that. Let's set
No,
up a
it's
PO
not.
box,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
I don't
people-
want weird stuff.
people can send
should
us-
expect weird stuff to come in the mail.
Then people can send me their love letters and send Heather their hate.
This section of the podcast brought to you by Heather's PO Box.
Who's gonna fund this? Like, I'm not. I don't want this stuff.
How much does it cost for a PO box?
I don't know.
Probably too much.
It's like a yearly fee, I think.
Mhm.
A couple $100 maybe.
Yeah.
I've seen different rates
Wow.
depending on the size of the box.
I don't have a couple $100.
Right. I'm thinking,
But to
that
start
could
a
be a bill.
GoFundMe for Heather's PO Box.
We're gonna have
PO
too many
box.
GoFundMes to
Oh,
keep track
man.
of.
So-
How much time do we got left with you, Jason?
No, we're good. I had a phone call and I I screened it, so
Okay.
we're good. Whoever that was, sorry.
He's
I'm-
with us.
I'm the worst. Like when people message me and stuff, like I'll like fold down to see who it is and what they're saying, and then I'll just like get rid of it and not reply to them.
That's what happened. Like, I know that's what you do with me.
I do it to don't feel bad. I do it to everybody, and a lot of times it's just like I don't want to. I just don't want to talk.
You're
right
like,
now.
I don't want a human right now.
And
You're
I'm
not
like-
even
and I'm like-
talking. It's text.
I'm like,
no.
I'm like, I will message them later.
My fingers don't work right
I'm-
now.
Yeah,
Oh.
But then I never
got
mess-
the dumb.
but then I never message them later because I forget about it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Don't
well,
fuel him. Don't fuel. Don't give him the fuel. Oh, Joey.
I try to be a good person.
So
It just doesn't work.
I know we've gotten
I tried
all,
that once. It didn't work out so well.
I know we've gotten kind of all over the place here, and I know that one of the things that we were going to talk about was I did ask Jason before we went live to find out legit people that you can contact to donate for
Houston.
Houston. Thank you.
Yeah.
Houston?
Not that I forgot. Just
Houston.
sometimes words don't come out.
Oh yeah.
So
Houston.
I will be able to put that in the link. Well, share it. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Share it on
Share
Facky
it.
Book.
Because it's hard sometimes to know, what ones are actually legit when you're, putting your money in to
Yeah.
help others. And I want that to go to where it needs to.
I keep kicking Tony's mic, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
Wonder what that thump was.
Mhm. So you're the reason why our mic stands.
It's probably true.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that irritates me is the people down in Houston who have the resources,
Houston.
who can help out, and they're not doing anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, fuckers. Get your shit together.
Well,
Mike-
not to name drop, but Joel Osteen was one.
He's been all over about this whole
I don't
thing.
think-
Here we go.
I think
Yeah.
his name has been dropped enough that it's okay at this point. Like,
But that's
not to name drop Joel Osteen, you fuck.
Oh, Joey.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, what's your opinion on that, Jason? Not to throw you under the bus here, but
There's no bus. I'm good.
okay.
Joel Osteen, I would say, and many churches would say, is a false teacher.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we would say he has incorrect theology.
Right.
Doesn't really teach the Bible properly, or teaches wrong things.
Right.
Basically, ignoring the Bible, whatever you choose.
Just being a general douche.
That is one way of articulating it. But the whole thing with the church, it's just funny that because you heard multiple stories, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was flooded and there were pictures that were sent, but then it seemed like there was some confusion on what the church statement was. And then I watched an interview with him he was on a lot of networks actually.
Mhm.
But didn't they just post like a picture of like a random parking garage or something that was flooded? Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
even
because
the
they have
church?
floodgates apparently,
Yeah.
so it was channeling the water. And
Well, from my understanding, and if I'm incorrect, the pictures that were posted that was flooded was the parking garage across the street.
oh, really? I don't know.
I
I didn't
don't-
see those.
I don't know either for sure, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's, obviously I don't use Facebook for all my incorrect news.
Well, he said in the interview that there is a shelter like just a couple miles away, I think.
Right.
and that so they were doing well, and then I don't know if they had to have permission from the city to even open up and be that. That's where I think some of the confusion was. So as much as I don't like the guy, I have bigger problems with him than the fact that the doors weren't open quicker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he couldn't quite get people there. Whatever the story is, it's irrelevant.
Right.
But
I think the concept of a mega church in general just kind of confuses me.
Yeah. What defines a mega church?
well, it is kind of an arbitrary definition. Because like people think Garwood is a mega church, and we are a bigger church in the thumb. But I've been in churches of 10,000 people,
Yeah.
where you really don't know anybody but the guy next to you for 5 minutes, and then you leave. And I have a problem with that anyway.
Well,
just big churches,
How many people does Garwood usually get?
anywhere from 400, 500 people.
See, that doesn't seem like that much to me.
It's
it's a lot of people,
Yeah.
but not like.
I know almost everybody. I could probably
yeah.
name almost a high percentage.
I mean,
but
400 people, like that's. I feel like.
with kids
Oh yeah,
included in that
Add
number. But
that.
yeah,
But you have like really good people that are volunteers that help out too.
yeah.
I know I can't think of what her name is because I'm horrible with names, but she is always helping with the little ones. And you know, there's a lot of people that actually step up and
Plus,
volunteer
you-
there.
I mean, you
Yeah.
strike me as the kind of person that, like, if somebody wants to like talk to you and come up to talk to you, you'd be like approachable.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like some people just kind of go to church and don't want to talk to people. You know?
They might want to just be quiet.
Yeah, they just kind of want to like, hey, just shut up and let me do Jesus.
Let me sit here.
Let me just do the Jesus thing and go home.
That reminds me of that conversation that you were actually talking about when you were preaching, when you went down to Texas and you were going for the whole abolish abortion thing.
Yeah.
And you were at the restaurant, and the lady just like straight up called you out, and you're like, let me get this straight. So this is the tolerance you're talking about?
Yeah. She was very intolerant of our intolerance, which is funny how that works.
All kinds.
Yeah. She called us some mean things. It was kind of sad.
Well, she totally just told him to F off.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds like me. Are you
think
sure it was a
Joey was
lady?
there.
Are you sure it was a lady? It
Well, was it
Joey
you
was wearing
dressed
a
in your
wig.
robe?
could have been me in my robe and wig.
Well, to give the story to the listeners, we had our shirts on from the event that we did. And
That's what it was.
She didn't like what she saw, which is fine. I didn't like what I
Yeah,
saw either after she said that.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I guess like that's pretty messed up. Like you can't just go and attack people on the street because you disagree with like the whole like people going around like flipping hats off of like people wearing the Make America Great Again hats and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I don't like Trump, but you can't just go and like fuck with people just because you don't agree with their politics.
Yep.
You know?
That's the problem with coherent dialogue anymore. You can't have it. You can't
Yeah.
discuss issues. It's all emotion.
Yeah.
People just emote. And so no matter what the issue is,
Because I mean, I don't agree with most people's politics, and I still just shut the fuck up about it. Like,
Well, we've talked a lot about that, especially on social media, is if we share our opinion, not even fact, but just an opinion, we're called out and we're not allowed to have an opinion,
yeah.
even though it's a social network.
ACDC still sucks. I'm just gonna say it. Like,
And it's like, how have we as a society, a civilized society,
He put that in air quotes, people.
have lost the ability to, one, appreciate and understand the fine art of conversation, but just the lack of ability to communicate to each other. It's okay to agree to disagree.
Mhm.
However, what happened to actually enlightening each other?
I agree with you.
Yep.
you
I took a lot of slack for criticizing Trump
Mhm.
because typically your Christian well, I would argue probably the evangelical Christians were the ones that elected him, which I have a major problem with.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I like Hillary. I think she's terrible too.
no, it was two awful fucking choices. That's why I'm like, well, I'm just gonna not vote, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess either way we're fucked. So, like,
Yeah. Yeah. It was which poison do you want to die by?
but out of the two, I would have rather Trump, I guess, than Hillary. But even then, it's like
It's still iffy.
still sucks.
It's still
Yeah,
scary.
It sucks no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
for
Which
me.
caliber do you want to get shot by? Well,
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'll go with the 45. I don't know.
The big one.
I think the world just needs more
Right
anarchy.
here.
Yeah. But I guess my point in saying that is I went against the grain on that one, and you would have thought that I had just committed the unpardonable sin that,
I think that's like having a pastor that has like thinks for himself, though, is probably, you'd think people would be happy about that.
Yeah.
Well, you
But-
did a whole series on religion and politics, which
Yeah.
was great because there were so many mic drop moments of hearing people in the audience going, I can't believe you just said that. And it's like, what? Read the Bible? What?
Actually read it, not tell you, repeat what some guy said on stage who has his
Right.
own opinion.
I think historically, religion and politics have never been the greatest combination.
Well, when you have what you were talking earlier about, you have a book of Plato, not Play-Doh.
It is
well,
a book made out of Play-Doh.
the great philosophers
Jesus.
who slow down,
Who
Heather.
just threw that?
Apparently, I can't handle this conversation. It's not
But,
getting into stuff.
Aristotle, Socrates, Plato,
Socrates.
Socrates. Yeah, I mean, they were constantly, having conversations not only with their students and whatnot, but the establishment, and going, all right, look, we got to figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
How do we do it? Are we just going to emote, or are we going to sit down and reason with one another? I mean, didn't Paul say that, we've lost the ability to reason with one another?
No.
It's okay to tell him that he's wrong.
No, seriously, I'm asking.
I don't know off the top of my head because he spent time in Acts 17 talking to the Greek philosophers, and
Right.
My position is you can't even do reason apart from God. Right. Otherwise, we're just brain gas firing off opinions, and who cares anyway? Because our uncle was a fish who climbed out of the pond.
That was a really ugly fish.
Is that the Scientology book?
No, that would be Darwinian evolution.
Oh.
Aliens.
But
Well, and you just finished the series on Acts,
yeah,
which was absolutely incredible. I mean, I love it. What was it? Was it 3 or 4? Maybe it was chapter 5, when you talked about Paul getting stoned, healed up, and went right back to doing what he was doing.
Sounds
It's
like my kind of guy.
yeah. We have to
wink.
clarify. Rocks were involved,
Oh, well.
not the pot or other.
the kind that hurts, not the kind that goes, yeah, man.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah,
But that was pretty hardcore. I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize that, regardless of how much time has passed from when these people existed to now, just the battle zone between here and here
Head
is
and
the same
heart.
thing.
Yeah,
I mean, what was it? Peter was hung upside down on a cross because he didn't think he was good enough to be
yeah.
crucified the right way.
The same way Jesus was.
Yeah. And you look at all of these, what was it? The black metal bands and their upside down crosses. Like, who are you guys following, Peter or what?
I love the
That'd be the Catholics.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love the SLC punk too.
Yeah.
There's the black metal guy from there, and the dude's like, "Hey, so what's your problem with Jesus?" And he's like, "I don't have a problem with Jesus. I just don't really like his fan club."
Oh, yeah.
That makes two of
That's
us.
like Gandhi. I think he said something similar about Christians. I don't
Yeah.
like his followers or something.
But Gandhi like laid with little girls and shit, didn't he?
I don't know.
I think people
Don't
forget that about Gandhi.
That got weird.
Don't make
That
this
did-
weird.
Yeah, that did.
That's a fact though. He did that, and like his nieces and stuff too. He would like lay in bed naked with them or whatever.
Caca.
Well, that's unsettling.
Yeah.
Quite a
So
bit.
if
I could've, like,
any
done
Gandhi
without knowing
fans out there,
Yeah.
History. We should do a segment on, don't make this weird in history.
I don't think we should, unless it's just weird history.
That's
Some
what I'm
good
talking
Bible
about.
stories too.
Yeah.
Noah getting off the ark, and there's an incident with Ham, his son.
I remember the
Oh
conversation.
wow, that was weird.
when
to
we were
read that
talking
one.
about Noah. And world gets flooded. What's the first thing you do when you hit dry land? You build a vineyard and get hammered.
Dude made wine. It was a rough few days on the ark.
I don't blame him. Did he
I
have?
think-
They probably didn't have any hydroponics on that boat, did they?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, it
Maybe
was,
some whiskey.
Everybody had long hair and beards back then. I mean, they had to have been into some stuff, man. Like,
So wait a minute, you're saying there was hipsters in the Bible?
It's possible.
dude, I'm like a hipster by definition. So I can't even like talk shit. What does that even mean? What is it? People can't just like shit anymore. It's like, oh, you're a hipster.
No, it's just an iPhone.
You
I'm
like
not a hipster.
vinyl? You're a hipster. It's like, yeah, it's cool, man.
Well, the
It's
picture that we posted with you smoking the hookah.
like, yeah, like,
In
fuck
your
you
natural
guys,
habitat.
fuckers.
Hey, I love smoking hookah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. You know, it's a good time.
With the whole Cheshire cat and everything.
Oh yeah, no, the caterpillar.
Oh, the caterpillar.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
my sister said I looked like the caterpillar from.
Does
Alice in
anybody know the
Wonderland.
name of the caterpillar, or was it just the caterpillar?
Put it in the chat if you know the name of the caterpillar from
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, there you go.
But,
It could be on one of the records that I bought that were Disney.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh,
It's like
anybody
right
know?
there.
it's probably
You can't Google it. You have
It's
to know
not
it from your
Fernando.
top of your
It's,
head.
Oh, you can Google.
it's
I
probably
Googled.
GTS.
the Jose. No, it's not.
Jose the caterpillar.
Juan.
Juan.
what do you call two Mexicans playing basketball?
One on one.
One on one.
Oh man.
I can't
How do you get a
even-
hold of the authorities in Mexico?
How do you do this every week, Heather?
You know what? I don't. I guess I like the views. I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah.
She's a masochist.
Whoa. Shut up.
I'm offended, I think.
I'm not really
That's why
sure,
she's
though.
smiling, because she's offended.
I'm so offended. That's the thing. Like, you guys haze me, and people joke with me all the time. I'm probably the most chill about it. I'm just like, okay.
So you want to
That's
eclipse
true.
and chill?
Eclipse and chill.
Hey, the solar eclipse.
We talked about that last week.
The
Yeah.
world didn't end.
I
We're
know.
here.
Wow.
Were they
Bummer.
saying it was going to?
You get some people that
The
don't
flat
know which
earthers.
way's up. So
Everybody keeps getting my hopes up and saying the world's going to end, and it never does. I'm like, I don't have to think anymore.
I've heard something about the end of this month, like the 23rd, something with the planets and Jupiter. And I had a guy come up to me in church afterwards and ask about that. And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I imagine you get some really weird
Well,
questions.
Talk about not making stuff weird. That was weird.
What's the
Yeah.
weirdest question you think you've ever been asked?
Oh, man.
Tony, what'd you ask him?
Yeah. It had to be something Tony said. I don't
Probably.
Probably. Well, and it's so funny, too,
Mhm.
because
Do you think Jesus vaped?
Oh man.
Yeah, it used to be what would Jesus do? What would Jesus vape? Maybe what flavor?
what's that stuff that Ian vapes?
I don't know, but it smells
Almond
really
vanilla
good.
or some goofy
It's
like
something
that?
like smells like pancakes.
It
It smells like
does.
syrup.
Syrup and pancakes.
I'm like, okay, you can sit by me today. You're cool.
I don't know. I've asked you a lot of
I have
weird
no idea.
questions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know threw the gauntlet down because when I found out you were a doctor of theology, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be your shadow. Not to make this weird, but
I am a Jedi.
Yet another reason why we're gonna miss you.
You laugh.
You know,
I
they
love-
actually have a Church of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
You know, what? I saw a meme on Facebook. It said when 90s kid or when kids born in 1999 call themselves 90s kids,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's Mace Windu, and it's like you may sit on this council, but you do not have the title of master.
That's awesome. My kids love Star Wars. We have a PlayStation and we play the Star Wars Battlefront game.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. It's a cool game. They love it. So
What's
they're really
your-
into it.
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Right now, Rogue One.
Yes.
I like
That's
that
a good
movie.
answer. That's a
Yes.
good answer.
That's on Netflix now too, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
I like the new characters
Force,
and stuff.
Force Awakens
Yeah.
is my favorite.
That is good.
Yeah.
That might be second.
I get a lot of shit because
He's not a big fan of Jar Jar Binks.
I'm not
Well-
a big fan of George Lucas. That guy sucks.
Is it Jar Jar or Jaja?
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
They overdid that character though. He was annoying.
Well, you
Well, my
heard the
bro-
conspiracy theory, right? That he was actually a Sith master.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a
Was he intoxicated?
YouTube it. It
Something.
actually makes a lot of sense when you watch
Hmm.
the video and you're like, okay, now it all makes sense.
This
Because
is-
you
where did
say
he
that,
ultimately
or
end
if
up
you're
at?
or if you're like me and you watch it, you're just like, yeah, this is fucking stupid.
no,
It's just a dumb character because
Jar
George
Jar
Lucas
Binks
is
ended
an
up
idiot.
as an advisor to the Senate.
Yeah. True.
That was the
Yeah,
goal
but
of
you
the Sith.
ever think maybe George Lucas doesn't actually know what the fuck he's doing?
I wonder if he's just making it up as he goes. Like
He is. He's
oh,
absolutely
he's
doing
he's
that.
winging it.
He is like that's what pisses me off about all these fan theories. You know, people are like, yeah, like this, like George Lucas isn't that smart to fucking isn't smart enough to make that a thing. Like,
Oh man.
God, he gets all this praise, and it's like, have you ever like actually watched the original Star Wars movies? They're
His
not that
dialogue sucks.
and not even because of the quality of technology and graphics and all that. We get that. That was a
good. Like the
that was a
whole,
rough time in
state-of-the-art at that
history.
point.
the whole
time,
Luke
though.
and Leia being like sister and brother and stuff. Like you know, he didn't think about that before he did it. It just
Yeah.
ended up like, oh well, shit. I forgot they tried to fuck earlier. Now I gotta somehow make it less weird. It's like too late, man.
They already kissed.
They already
Okay.
fucking kissed. Like it's already weird.
There's no going back.
Yeah, that got weird.
You know
that
term,
was a weird.
You know the
part.
term. It's a lot like kissing your sister. That's where it comes from.
It's from
Yeah,
George.
that
Lucas.
puts
job,
Back
Lucas.
to the Future in a whole new context.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
That's a good trilogy.
That is a
Yes.
I think it's a trilogy, right?
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good.
All right, what are our people saying?
Okay, so I gotta catch up. Let's see. I'm trying to pronounce the name of the caterpillar, so I'm just gonna spell it to you.
Spell it out.
ABSOLEM.
Alabaster?
Absalom.
How is that
Absalom.
alabaster?
Isn't it Chester?
That's
No,
the,
that's
the
the
cat,
cat.
Cheshire cat.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Never mind. Hi, I'm new here.
Welcome aboard. It's all right.
Somebody ask Siri
Somebody asked
or
me.
whatever your Samsung thing does.
Steve.
I have Android.
Yeah,
Ask
you have a
Steve.
As
superior
Steve,
phone.
shout out to Jeremy.
Oh yeah, that was so funny. He was like,
Hey, Steve,
Steve.
what was the name of the caterpillar on Alice in Wonderland? I don't know, dude. Look it up.
That's what we get with Samsung.
Who has Google?
I do have the Google.
I'm not worried about it.
And Leanne said, she broke it down for me too. Thank you. I'm so horrible. Like, it's funny because when I'm at work, I get all kinds of different names, and I'm just like, what is this name? Good thing it's spelled out, and I can just go by that. I don't have to say it.
So, what is the name of the caterpillar?
That's what she said. Absalom.
Absalom?
She broke it
Was
down.
that
for me.
Okay, I think she's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the name of the lion in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Chronicles of Narnia?
No, Aslan.
Ride me.
Whoa.
That's the best part of that whole movie.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I think you're stuck on Pornhub again, aren't you?
No, that's actually in the movie.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if I've seen both of those movies yet. Isn't there only two of the Narnia movies? Is that what
there
you're
was
talking about?
three.
Yeah,
3 of them.
I don't know. I've never.
No, I'm thinking of the
it's
Golden
been
Compass.
fucking. It's been like
Yeah.
forever since I've seen
Oh.
those movies.
The Golden Compass.
Yeah.
And Leon said that in the Lewis Carroll's books, he's known as the caterpillar or the hookah smoking caterpillar.
Oh.
And don't diss his faith, yo.
What?
His Jedi.
Oh,
His faith.
I wasn't dissing it. I was simply pointing it out to Jason that they actually have a Church of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yo. Don't diss him.
I'm
How-
sorry. I didn't
what?
mean to offend.
How am I dissing? Okay.
I'm just reading the comments.
go home. You're drunk.
Tony.
Whoa.
It's 9:00.
Yeah,
it?
it is past 9. I didn't want to tell you. I
Look,
didn't want
it's
you
my
to go.
bedtime. Okay, that's the reality. All right,
I don't have that kind of. I can't do it. I can't commit to that either.
to 9.
No. Yeah, 9 especially.
I go to bed anywhere between 1 in the morning and 4 in the morning,
What?
and I wake up sometime after 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's so rock and roll.
You are, Joey. That's
Man,
Yep, that's
I
my
can't
life.
do that.
Sometimes I'll stay up till 7 a.m. and then sleep all day the next day.
Yeah, I'm a jerk to myself. I'm like, oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have to be up at 5:30.
Do you forget what day it is?
Sometimes I don't like.
He has asked us.
Most days I'm like, what day is it today? Like,
Well, and now that he knows that Thursdays is our podcast, like
now I
he's
keep
on
track.
it. He
Yeah.
knows.
Normal people are like, "Hey, what time is it?" And he's over here. What
Daytime?
day is it?
is this
What
still-
month are we
Is
in?
this still 2017?
There's nothing normal about Joey. That's why we love him.
That's why he goes by Joey Strange.
I was just gonna say that's why they call
I
it.
gotcha.
That's
Wait a
funny.
minute. I think I've made the connection now.
Uh-huh.
What's
Joey Strange, don't make this weird.
Mm-hmm.
There's no connection. It's just happenstance. Those names have nothing to do with each other.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
There was no plan. What are you talking about?
So we don't want to keep you from your bedtime, but
Yeah.
we do want to thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks for having me. It was
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, it's been great.
It didn't get too weird, right? It was good.
I think it was good.
It's got
I'm not
weird
as
enough.
nervous anymore now that you're going. No, just kidding.
Now I'm gonna listen on the way home. What
Yeah.
are they saying about me?
Any parting theologies or
Yeah, do or no do, no try.
Yes.
Yes, great.
As my master Yoda taught me.
Nice.
No, it's been fun. Thanks
Cool.
for having me.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll call in when you let us know.
I will.
how
yeah,
everything's
yeah,
going.
Absolutely.
Check in with us, and
We're still working on figuring out how to do a line for
Mhm.
anybody to just call in whenever,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to come down to Virginia and visit you. Maybe do a podcast down there.
That'd be cool.
We'll bring our sticks.
We won't get lost and end up in the triangle.
no.
Yeah, good luck finding your way out.
I think I saw Amelia Earhart earlier.
Is there
Good enough.
like a sign, like a road sign somewhere? This way home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go north, man.
Let's go north.
But what if the magnetic field reversed the poles in the
Mm.
Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, then you're lost forever. You're
So
done.
north is south.
Just walk a direction until you hit like
Could be like the Truman Show, though. You might walk into a wall.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's
That's always been my theory of like being lost in the woods. I'm like, I'm just gonna walk in a random direction. Eventually, I gotta hit something.
Yeah, could be Canada, but you know
But then I saw the Blair Witch Project, and I'm like, man, like that's pretty.
that rules that out.
Yeah, I'm like, oh god.
yeah.
Or what was the Liam Neeson one where they thought they were running the right direction the whole time? I don't want to spoil anything. The Gray.
Oh, I didn't see that
That
one.
was a good movie.
That's
You
a
should
good
check it
movie.
out. Yeah.
Well, usually he's trying to find somebody because he's got a special skill set.
Yeah. This time he was just trying to find his way out of the fucking Arctic Circle.
That could be challenging.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Hey,
All right.
thanks for coming, Jason.
Yeah,
Peace be
thank
with
you.
you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to continue going. We just want to thank you for being here, and I hope you guys were, like to be on the show.
Anything else from the chat?
Leanne says he can come over if we need a guest for another hour.
Do we want Leon on? I guess. I mean, Leon, if you want, I guess, come on down.
Come on down.
If you can find your way to the triangle, and
Yeah, you got to find your way to the triangle, though. But
Yeah.
come on.
so it's just me and Heather now because Tony decided this would be a good time to get up and do
Leave
whatever
us.
he's doing.
It's all right.
So-
We're the main part of the show anyway.
Yeah,
so,
we're the funny ones. So
I know people tell you that.
it's just the truth, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like
I'm okay with it.
people love me, which is good because I don't love me. So
Oh, you need all
it's good
the
to have
love.
the reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Heather,
Yeah.
you gonna finish that stencil for me, or
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I just decided that I would. Oh, he's on his way.
oh, cool.
I decided to take a break, but you know who is a good artist?
Who?
Leon.
Leon, cool. We'll have him do it when he gets here.
Yeah. We'll put him on.
I am working on my Ren Fair costume because we said we were gonna go.
Yes, we have to get a hold of Emily and Lydia.
Yes. So Emily or Lydia, if you guys are listening, get a hold of us.
We have
'cause
until the end of October, or
We'll have to look into it. But
Yeah, definitely.
I am designing. I designed my own pirate hat and frock coat for my costume, and I'm pretty stoked with them.
well, you did a really good job. I was very impressed with it, and hopefully, like this time of year is good to have that coat because it's not gonna be as hot.
Either way, I'm gonna wear it. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Because you are a glutton for punishment.
I am.
So yeah.
My entire it's literally like a long black pair of pants, black boots, a long sleeve long sleeve shirt, and that big leather black coat.
Mhm.
It's gonna be really hot.
And how'd you get the stuff? Where did you go to get it?
I went to
make this?
Goodwill.
Yeah.
I paid $6 total
For that coat.
costume.
I was really
For both the hat and the costume.
Oh wow,
And
that's
I
impressive.
designed them both. And
Very
so
cool.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it
gonna
turned
I'm
out
not
good.
gonna reveal my secrets for the hat, but
No. No, but it did turn out really good, so that's cool. And this will be your first time going to the Ren Fest.
it will be. And I'm like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna fucking go all out
I'm gonna dress
because
up. Well, it's
But-
funny. It's because with the people that dress up and they do all the different things like the reenactments and that, if you don't have a costume on, they actually call that being naked.
do they really?
Mm-hmm. So you would have been naked anyway.
Well, I won't be because
So.
motherfuckers, I got a costume.
Well, in public, you try not to be naked. So
That's true. In public, most of the time. Sometimes it's okay. I feel like
yeah.
other people don't feel like it's okay, but I do.
I don't know. I guess it depends on who. Me,
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I'm like the most modest person that you probably ever meet.
Yeah.
So
I'm not at all. I'm just all out. Just all
do it.
out there.
you just do what you want.
I'll answer any questions. Chat, if you have any questions for me, go ahead.
Yeah. Anybody have a question for Joey that we can?
I'm an open book.
Yeah, he wants all the attention.
I spread open my pages like I spread my legs.
Oh man.
Spread eagle.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
I don't know what it is about, like, I feel like I just have to be just all out all the time. Just be real.
that's what you should be though. Like a lot of people spend so much time being like somebody else.
Yeah. I feel like people are put off by my oddness though sometimes.
I
so.
think it's great. It's nice to know meet somebody. Like when we first started hanging out, I remember like I jumped right on with the whole, giving shit back to you just like you gave it to me.
Yep.
And I would tell you that I hated your existence.
Yeah.
But
which is good.
I can't even lie about that anymore. Like I lied about it anyway,
What can I say, man?
but but it's been really cool. We have known each other for what, like 2 months now?
Yeah.
3 months?
It's
So.
been we met before that.
Yeah,
but
that's true. That's true.
we didn't start seeing each other regularly until the last couple of months. Well, look who decided to come back.
Oh, welcome
about
back.
time.
And we also
We've just been rambling.
we're just talking. We're trying to get the chat to give some questions to ask Joey. We're talking about how if you don't dress up at the Ren Fest, that you're actually considered naked.
Yeah.
So yeah. Welcome back, Tony.
And welcome back, Leon.
Yeah, welcome back, Leon.
Well, I got lost trying to find the exit of the Bermuda Triangle because
It's good. It's so funny.
Jason's compass wouldn't work. So,
And that's what
then,
happens.
I found Leon, so it was just
In the triangle.
yeah. This triangle stuff is odd.
We said we weren't going to have him back, and he's back.
It's 2 weeks in a row. Look at
I
how
couldn't
you
find
are.
my way out of the green room. So,
Oh, the green room. Don't tell people that we have that. They're going to expect it.
Is it a green room or is it a green room? You know what I'm saying?
Only for you. And it's great that Leon pops in and sits in the chair here and he's got a Star Wars shirt on.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So perfect.
I feel like-
It's
did you-
fitting.
Did you put that on right before you came over here?
no, it's what I've actually had on all day.
See? It works. It
That works.
works.
But yeah, I'm excited for Ren Fair. I'm excited for my costume. It's
Yeah,
gonna be sick.
I think so
It's
too.
gonna
It
be
looks good.
fucking sick.
It looks
Well, and
good.
the fact that you've made it too.
What's the costume? I
It's
missed it.
it's like a pirate costume, but I'll show you later. We just talked about it. It's pretty cool. I bought all the stuff at Goodwill. I paid like $6 total,
Best way.
and hand sewn, and used some glue and stuff. Made my own hat and coat. So
this
pretty
pirate
good
hat is
stuff.
cool.
So I did miss earlier one of the messages in chat. Kirk said that his puppet Rudy can't wait to be on and talk to Joey.
I can't wait for that not to happen, Kurt. So
I have no. That's just
I'm good.
I'm not a fan of that either. So we can just keep that creepy little bastard in your ring.
What about sock puppets?
So I can sock puppet opera.
Yes.
Sock puppets. I can
Sockra.
handle.
Sock pro.
Oh, that's funny. Leon comes up with these like brilliant genius ideas, just like off the cuff a lot, and that was one of them.
Sock puppet opera
Opera.
by
So,
Brett.
Brett, yeah.
Character
Brett.
named Brett.
Nice. So while we got, Leon here, we can talk more about the tabletop podcast as well.
Mhm.
And the
Oh.
survival stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can also talk about that. Because I'm really into doing like the tabletop thing too.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just getting like the logistics up because we're obviously going to need a table set up, and we can either do it in the studio or do it upstairs. I don't know how we're going to do that, but
And we can drill a couple holes in the ceiling and
leave Tony down here with the
running all the
computer.
mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to stay by that so he can watch the peeking. He can be peeking at the peeking.
It'll definitely depends on how many players we have because it'll be warm in here.
yeah, that
And,
that makes the difference is the
Oh.
amount of players.
It was so hot in here last week.
And it wasn't because of Joey.
I disagree. I love to disagree.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just finding people that are going to want to do it every week.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what day would work best for everybody?
Darian says Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
Mhm. We
Well,
are definitely going to do
If
that.
she wants to come on and play Cards Against Humanity,
Yeah.
For me, Wednesday would work best because I'm off
Mhm.
every Wednesday.
Wednesdays,
Yeah.
then back to back. I mean, I'd be fine with
I'm
that.
off Wednesdays too.
Same time, different time. We'll figure it out later. Doesn't
Well, that's what
matter.
we used to do. It's every Wednesday night. we
Everybody
Everybody
do
wants to
tabletop.
know what's happening here. Just kidding. It's-
Well, that's
We
what we used to
should.
do every Wednesday night was
Yep,
tabletop.
every Wednesday. And shout out to Brian Herman
yeah.
for getting the idea of flood tides.
We have to play Flood Tides.
Well, I would like to do maybe like switch on every other week, do like a random game and then do like a continuing story or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because I would like to do a continuing story as well.
Well, you still have to play your samurai character too.
I do.
Well, I've got books for quite a bit of games. I've got a Doctor Who RPG
Riffs,
that I haven't opened up yet. I
Uh,
have Riffs.
heroes.
Flood Tide sounds good, but I
Heroes.
also really like 5th edition. So it's
Oh,
like,
no, I've got hiccups, guys.
just hold your breath.
Wait, are you tricking me? Because
I'm
Hmm.
not. Hold your breath. Like, that's what I do. Like,
Here, you just got to be scared.
I just totally looked at your junk.
Massive
You got
amounts of
hiccups?
water.
Don't. Oh,
No,
here-
no hiccups.
no.
It
My
worked.
junk is the cure for hiccups.
I don't.
Can
I
you
don't
get
know
a
if that's
trademark
true.
on that?
Oh,
I hope so. I'm gonna get a tattoo on my balls that say that.
is my trademark? Cure for hiccups.
God damn it.
Oh,
I've got nothing for that.
so last week how when you were on, I can't remember what exactly point. Oh, when you said about the Uncle Phil thing, how
Okay.
you got him to like spit his water. We listened back to it again because I made him listen to it.
Oh
And
yeah.
you got him again. So
Oh,
you got
'cause
him
I
two
forgot.
times in a row.
I forgot that you
It's
said
so
that,
great.
and then I was smoking my hookah.
Oh, the hookah, yeah.
And was I smoking my hookah?
Yeah, you were.
yeah.
You were.
Yeah. Oh, that's
You
right.
took like
And
a big
then-
hit,
And then you
he
did
said
it again. I started coughing, having a coughing fit. 'cause I was laughing.
So yeah, that was great.
So apparently, this whole two guests thing is seems to be a trend because we had two guests last week. We have
Yeah.
two guests this week.
This time it's broken up a little bit, but
Right,
Yeah.
right. Which thanks again, Jason, if you're listening, for coming on. We were excited about it all week and then had a blast.
sorry if I swore too
That
much.
that reminds me, I did leave YouTube up and running at the house because
Nice.
that's where I was watching it from. So Spike and Brain, those are my dogs. If you're listening, Daddy will be home soon.
Oh, I love those dogs.
Don't
Brain's so
fucking
freaking
piss
cute.
on anything.
That too. Oh, that's funny. No, his dogs are way better than Todd.
Kurt just sent me a text and said he may pop in while we're on late doing the live podcast.
Kurt. Just don't bring that damn puppet, Kurt. I mean it.
But I will say, yeah, you guys want to do tabletop of some sort, by all means.
I think we should do 5th edition because I love it so much.
I don't even know what edition I've ever played. I'm just like, okay,
We
I'll make a
played-
character.
We played 5th.
Second
with,
edition was what we played initially.
Second edition, and if we do second edition, I'll make sure to introduce high lows.
No,
No.
I just agreed
No.
with you.
No.
Ugh. I don't even want to go there
But,
right now.
when
You're
Colin-
upsetting me. Get
when-
out.
When Colin was here, that's what
triggered.
we were playing 5th edition when Colin was here, Heather.
Oh, okay. I'm not a snowflake. I didn't get triggered. We're good.
Yeah, do you guys want me to run the games, or do you want?
Well,
me-
I don't want to fucking do it, so
I don't mind. I love doing that
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll just have to get organized, but we'll figure that out, and then we'll let everybody know, and we'll figure what we're gonna do. That'd be cool. Very cool.
Leave comments
So.
and stuff. Tell us what you think we should play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Darian said that she works every Thursday, but then she said, "Oops, Wednesday." So we'll have to
Oh well, sucks to be you.
have her on
Sucks
sometime.
to suck.
It does suck to suck.
Well, I
sometimes.
thought Wednesdays was just going to be the game.
Oh yeah.
day.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what she meant.
Not
Yeah.
moving the podcast.
No. We're not moving the podcast.
No, podcast is Thursday nights live.
Thursday nights at 8.
By the way,
It's a new jingle. Just wrote it.
we've got some high numbers in the viewers, so thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah,
Cool.
all
We
right.
love you. Yeah.
Keep liking and sharing, guys, on
Yeah.
Facebook,
Heck
I
yeah.
was
YouTube.
going to come on, and then all of a sudden all the views come up. Just saying.
And if anybody ever has anything that they think that we should talk about on the podcast, and we think it's weird, we'll probably run with it.
That's true.
So feel free to inbox us or whatever.
The fact that you're representing, your Star Wars with your shirt, tell us about the Star Wars religion, because we have no idea.
I'm still looking into it. I mean, you can't ever know everything about a religion.
Right.
And just like, you going to say something?
No, I'm just.
And just like Christianity, there's different offshoots and things like that.
Mhm.
It's basically living your life like they do a Jedi.
So, how do you feel about George Lucas?
Oh, he can suck a dick.
All right,
The best of them.
I can get behind this religion.
No, we don't believe that, he is Jesus Christ.
God.
It's just the way, because Jedi is a whole bunch of other religions rolled in for this fantasy setting, but the message is, hey, do good things to people.
Mhm.
And, we believe that, the Force, but not that we can actually lift objects with our minds and things. I mean, there's some people who do, but, there's some people in every religion who think that they have been touched.
Yeah. Touched by an angel.
or a
Jedi.
But essentially, it's just
Oh, you went there.
be good, do good things, live your life like they do.
So you're saying you're bringing balance to the Force?
No,
To his
no,
life.
no. That we're not bringing balance to the Force. It's
The
just we
Force
are-
is bringing balance to you.
Right.
Gotcha.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for elaborating on that. Because
I
Tony
was-
brought it up.
I know,
zoned out
I was
for all of
listening.
that. I zoned out for absolutely all of that.
Welcome back, you dick.
Welcome back, Joey.
I had to check my phone, man. I got a life.
What?
I got a
You
life
do.
outside of this.
You just blatantly told us that you ignore all these calls all the time. So
I
what do you
do.
text
I
messages?
fucking-
And now we're live, and you decided it's time to talk.
I'm sorry.
Talking to the microphone.
My peoples need me.
Well, hi, his peoples.
Yeah,
He's,
do we-
he's doing a podcast right now. Listen to that. I'm just kidding.
If you
Do
want
we
to
have any more in the chat?
Nope.
Okay.
what the fuck, chat?
No
Well,
questions.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, you guys were popping.
I
last week.
mentioned thank you guys for tuning in, and we lost 3-4 people.
Way to go, Heather.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna call
Maybe-
these people out anymore.
Maybe just shut up, Heather.
I'm-
Let me think about
I'm in the middle.
I think maybe it's just you.
No, I don't. Actually,
Well, it is. So,
it says you.
well, she's a guy, so
No.
So
What?
elaborate on the whole survival class, Leon.
Oh, okay. Well, I had plans this
maybe
weekend.
it's Leon.
No, when they said I was coming on, that's when we got all the viewers.
But then you started talking, and then they're like, "Oh, well, maybe."
Then we
not.
got more. I'm just saying. But no, I had plans this weekend, and they fell through. So, just got inspired. Just like in a real world situation, if something were to happen, I do. I enjoy survival things. I was in the military for 5 years, and that, of course, piqued an interest that I already had. And I just learned as much as I could, and I'm still learning. And so what did I do is I'm paranoid. I'm always paranoid. I'm paranoid of the government. I'm paranoid of my neighbors. My dogs have microchips in them.
Are you paranoid of me?
I'm paranoid of everybody.
Because you should be. I'm watching you.
Oh, jeez.
But
Well, it's not paranoia if they're actually watching you.
Right.
But the last 8 years only fed into my paranoia, so I started getting ready and started getting bug out bags, and then I found other people who were interested in learning survival techniques.
Mhm.
And one thing I learned is, you can get where you're going with one person, but if you're a group, you can actually survive. Not even survive, thrive.
Right.
So I just started getting these people together, and hey, whether you're in the group or not, it's just nice to know if anything happens, at least you're prepared. Have a plan.
Right.
He quickly kicked me off the island. I'm just kidding.
But so this weekend, like I said, my plans fell through, and I was like, you know what? Might as well just get a group together, our normal group, and let's just have some survival stuff.
Bug out.
And then Tony's like, hey, do you want to go do weird shit in the woods? And I'm like, I guess.
That's how he proposed it to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Vaseline.
Word for word.
God. I hope he doesn't have that dream where he thinks that he's a dog and he starts humping your leg if you guys sleep next to each other.
He's not sleeping anywhere near me. I'll go dig a hole somewhere and fall asleep.
Oh, there's a deer blind out there.
There you go. Jeff Graham says, hi, listening to the show. Welcome to the show, Jeff.
Welcome to the show,
Welcome to
Jeff.
Welcome to the weirdness.
Welcome to the motherfucking show, Jeff. That's for you, Jeff.
Yeah, I will say
That's
that,
nice.
as far as survival goes, I'm always willing to learn, and I'm always willing to teach. So if anybody's interested, pick a day, we can swap stories, skills, things like that, because it's a hobby that's good to have.
So who's all joining us on this adventure?
Oh, I'm not gonna put out names.
Right.
That's one of my paranoia.
Mhm.
Well, tell me after, because I don't fucking.
You're afraid of who else is gonna like have weird dreams and
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to know.
You got it.
Who I need to
See, and I'm gonna be up north, thinking of you guys sleeping out. in
That's
the
where we were gonna do our
wilderness.
survival trip. Oh,
Yeah.
got a black pillowcase and a
north.
van with no windows
Oh,
with your
no.
name on it, Heather.
This is free candy.
So when is this different from any other time? I fell for that once.
She's played this game before.
Well, and then somebody, Cindy from work, she pointed out, because I'm leaving early in the morning, she's like, it doesn't matter, that traffic's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So
It's
going up
Labor Day
north.
weekend.
I'm gonna be like, last time I went up, it was like 4th of July, and I literally was going 20 miles an hour. It was the most depressing being on the expressway that I've
Well,
ever.
Welcome to Michigan, where
Mhm.
nobody knows how to drive.
All that and all the damn construction, but that's everywhere, I think.
When I left for my week vacation down in for the 1st of August, the construction between here and Ohio
I
sucked.
bet.
I'm pretty sure this is the worst state to drive through.
Oh,
Pretty
probably.
fucking. Well,
Did you-
no, Indiana.
You ever see? You ever see,
Indiana is the fucking worst state. There's nothing to look at.
do
It
you
is
ever,
terrible.
you ever see that meme of it shows Michigan and like all, and it says all the blue areas are where there's no construction, and the rest is all where it's construction and it's actually the water. I was just like,
That makes sense.
pure Michigan.
Sure. I love those pure Michigan,
Those are-
the parody ones. Those are so
Mhm.
good.
yeah, those are funny.
It's pure Michigan.
I think we need to do funny stuff like that.
I agree.
So, but yeah, like earlier what you were talking about with the mug and the t-shirts, I think that we should do it.
I think
Yeah, if you
so,
guys
too.
want T-shirts, let us know.
Yeah.
You guys want us to buy? You want to buy our shit, please?
Buy our shit, support us, put it so we can get out
If you
there.
own a local business, I'll read your ads.
Yeah.
You can pay me in pizza rolls and high fives.
Crisp high
high
fives.
Crisp high fives.
Mhm. Yep. Oh yeah. So then before we get too off the rails again, I know that you had mentioned earlier, Joey, that you
I want to talk about
Yeah.
the Mayweather McGregor fight
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
because I was right and I was wrong.
at least you admit this.
I will admit that when I said that Mayweather would never knock out Conor McGregor, I was fucking wrong because he knocked the fuck out of Conor McGregor. and it was awesome.
Yeah, McGregor landed some good shots too.
He landed more hits on Mayweather than any other boxer that Mayweather has ever fought.
Did you have
is
a
funny.
number of how many
I don't.
hits?
I did not. I didn't get it, but
I
it was a good fight though.
I don't know how much of a true statistic it was, but somebody said he landed 110 punches.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't see, but I did read that it was more than any other boxer that Mayweather's ever fought. It was a really good fight. They both did a great job. It was a very physical fight, and I don't know. I think it was. There's speculation that they might do it again.
Really?
Yeah, which I don't.
I thought
know.
that was Mayweather's last fight, though.
Yeah, but he just got paid like $300 million. So
he should be funding our podcast.
Money Mayweather, if you're listening.
But didn't he bet on himself to win? And like,
That's what I
know.
heard.
I don't know. It doesn't. Who gives a shit though? Like, wouldn't you? Like, if it's 6-1 odds in your favor, like,
that's pretty smart.
might as fucking well, right?
Mhm.
I don't
Make some
know.
extra cash. He's already getting paid $300 million for fucking just fighting.
Yeah.
Well, but the
I would have
fact
bet
that-
on the other guy and taken a dive.
But the
Oh.
fact that Connor made what 110 or 100
He still
million?
made money.
I don't know how much he
Regardless.
made for sure.
But he was fighting somebody that's not in his traditional.
Here's the thing, like there's a lot of McGregor fans that are like super butthurt and stuff about the whole thing, and I don't know what the fuck they thought was gonna happen. If arguably the greatest defensive boxer of all time versus a man who's never had a professional boxing fight. What the fuck do you think? Why are you surprised? He lost a boxing match against the greatest fucking defensive boxer of all time.
Right.
Well, he represented though. I mean, he went from the UFC to
Yeah.
take on.
No, it was a great fight. He did a
Yeah.
good job. He went 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. Like, that's impressive.
That's pretty. Yeah,
But-
that's pretty impressive.
I'm like, but I guess if I know for a fact Connor would do it again, and I
Yeah.
know for a fact Conor McGregor fans would want to see it.
Oh yeah,
It's just I don't know if real boxing fans are going to want to see it.
right.
I mean, why not watch Floyd Mayweather win again? Like, because he's going to. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't think Floyd. Why would he need to do that? I guess for the money, because the money would be really good.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, he never has to work. Like his kids and their kids are set for the rest of their lives. Like he doesn't ever have to fight again. You know,
What's his record, by the way?
he's 50-0 now.
Wow.
50-0.
I've seen Rocky. He's probably going to fight again. He's going to go into retirement, out of retirement. He's going to be a trainer.
He might.
That's going to put him back in the ring.
I don't know. Those were great movies. I love the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
by the way.
Even 4.
Yeah, even fuck it. Why not? I like
Didn't
Creed.
they make like 6 of those?
I never
Yeah.
watched that.
Well, Rocky up until 5, and then like,
Creed. Was
Yeah.
that the 6th one? Creed?
it's his son. Yeah.
No,
Or
it's
not
Apollo.
his
It's
son,
Apollo
but
Creed's son.
Apollo's
I watched it the other night. It was really good. I liked it. So
So I'm gonna catch up with the chat again.
All right.
They talking
And
shit.
Darian said no, Florida, especially Orlando. Either you're stuck in traffic or almost hit. That is true. I freaking hate driving
Yeah,
in
Florida
Florida.
sucks too.
Mhm.
No, that was Las Vegas. I lived in Las Vegas in 1997. I swear to God, you had to have a death wish to drive.
Holy shit, you're old.
That's I had a mountain bike that I bought at a garage sale. Put this thing together, and I would literally ride 10 blocks from my house to my job.
You bought a bike that wasn't put together at a garage sale?
Did
They
you get it
wanted
around
50 bucks
Christmas?
for
It was in a box, all
Oh.
wrapped up underneath some
They
kid's
wanted
tree.
50 bucks for it, and I mean the bike was like $500, brand new.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
No,
Fair enough.
10 blocks, just 10 blocks
Mhm.
from my house to my job. Pretty much on every other street corner, I almost got hit.
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm literally sitting on my bike waiting for the light to turn so I can cross the street. Some
Mhm.
douche canoe is
No.
Yeah.
I come from Cass City, where you see 9 people on the road. And I'm okay with that. So Carol's a little bit more for me.
I still think Indiana sucks. It's so boring to drive through. I went to Chicago. I went to Illinois once,
Mhm.
and even Illinois sucks to drive through. It's so boring. They're both so. It's like the longest fucking drive of my entire life. There's more. I saw more cows than people.
I went to Chicago to do the
Chicago's cool.
Yeah, I wasn't there for very long. I went and did the voice auditions, and that was fun.
You got to go to the House of Blues next time.
I didn't get to check out
I went
anything,
to the
but I can't.
Chess Records.
I went to the House of Blues in Cleveland.
Oh,
It's a cool
okay.
place.
Went to House of Blues in Florida. My brother actually played there, I believe.
Nice.
So was that all on the chat, or was there more?
Oh, there's more.
Oh wait, there's more.
We have a warning, actually.
A warning.
It says, "That is not Leon. I'm sitting at home. He must be a clone. Get out now."
Oh no.
Bum, bum, bum.
So I
Yeah.
told my mom I was going to be on. She's just a practical joker.
Wait, your mom's sitting at your house
Your
on your
mom's
computer.
nice. Your mom's funny.
My
I
mom
like
is
your mom.
funny. I love
She's a
my
great
mom.
lady.
She's in bed right now, so
She's not listening.
Oh,
She goes to bed at 8.
So you are a clone.
Kind of. I mean,
You cyborg.
the better part of 2 other clones. And
So you're a second
I've been to
generation?
Iraq with a whole bunch of other people, so that was almost like a clone war.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I think you're reading too much into it. I think you're just
I'm illiterate. I can't read too much into anything.
I see.
What else do we got in the chat?
And then Darian said that was me when I lived in Orlando. Just hating it, or yeah.
Getting hit by people.
Getting hit by-
Almost
It's
getting hit by people.
nuts. They don't even care. Like, they don't even wait for you. They just like edge in. Like, they don't care. They'll cut you off. They'll hit your bumper. They don't give 2 shits.
Well, we almost
hate
died
it there.
in Albuquerque because we made a wrong turn
I've heard this story before.
and took out a McDonald's sign.
Wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I literally made a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
I actually almost got hit in Albuquerque.
Really?
I've never been to Albuquerque.
That
so-
makes 2 of us.
What about our listeners? Where's the craziest place you guys have driven
Yeah. Let us know.
or have ridden and almost died?
I want to get on the Autobahn and just fucking floor it.
Yes.
Just
I
go
can say
nuts.
it's outside of the U.S. Iraq was
Yeah.
pretty shitty.
I've heard pretty
To
I've heard pretty crazy things about driving in like the Middle East on the roads and stuff. Like I think it's Jeff Ramsey from Rooster Teeth talked about when he was in the army. I think he was in, I can't remember where he was for sure, maybe Kuwait or something. But he'd be driving and they'd be in the Humvee and they would just have to ram people out of the way because they were driving too slow.
Yep.
And I'm like,
let me
"That's hilarious."
everybody in Iraq, yeah, they're Bronco fans because all of their cars are orange and white. Every single one of those damn things.
That's weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
I've never been out of the country.
Not even
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yes, I have. I forget about that one as an actual mother country, whatever.
We were
but
just in Mexico last week. What are you talking about?
remember what I said. You guys make all the arrangements, and I'm just like, was I there?
She's Magellan.
I am. I don't even explain to me what Magellan means.
For serious?
Yeah, what?
He was an explorer.
Oh, that's right. I knew this.
We're not talking about Dr. Scholl's here.
We're not talking about that character on
Are you-
Nickelodeon.
Are you gelling?
No. Oh, yeah.
I
kinda.
wish I was gelling.
I'm gelling.
These shoes are hideous, but they have gels in them. Don't care. But yeah. So anyway, we'll pretend like I didn't ask you that question.
Right.
'Cause anyhow, moving on.
Just like Marco Polo was an actual person. It's not a game you play in the pool.
It's not
No, he's the guy who makes those shirts, right?
polo shirts.
That button up. Yeah.
Nope.
No, that's not how any of this works.
I hate those shirts. Sorry if anybody that's listening wears those. I just I can't
Yeah,
Polo
where's
shirts?
Dustin tonight?
get with. Yeah, what the fuck is Dustin? I listen to his live streams.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, certain things, like certain fashion things, I
I
just
used
don't
to-
get.
I used to wear polo shirts and
I had to
in
at
like,
Walmart.
in like middle school because my mom bought all my clothes. for
Oh
me.
man. No.
Oh, those were the days.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Man, I wore lots of hand-me-down clothing,
Mhm.
like shit that was like my older cousin, so it was like just super baggy on me, so I looked like a wannabe gangster through most of middle school.
Oh man, yeah, that's kind of Well, when I went through, not to put my age out there, but it was the whole like Aquanet high bangs and stuff. So
Yeah, I miss the shirts that had a whole bunch of holes in them, and then for whatever reason, all the guys would cut them off, so their midsection was showing, and they'd always roll up their sleeves, even though it was a short sleeve shirt already.
yeah, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
Spiked hair all the
about.
time, man.
No, so many things that have gone that should not come back.
I will say the 80s, best time for music, worst time for fashion.
Oh, it's horrible, like neon everything.
Oh, come on. Diamond Dave's at the bar.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I remember for one of my school pictures, actually, I had a Ozzy and Lita Ford t-shirt. That's what I wore for my school pictures. I was a cool kid.
Right on.
Yeah.
I wore, remember the shady LTD t-shirts? They were like the fucking M&M brand t-shirts and stuff. Well, that's all my cousins wore because they were super into M&M.
Oh,
and so I got stuck with that. So I looked like a little wannabe
Oh,
fucking
no.
thug.
I need to see these
so
throwback pictures.
they're
The
not in
picture.
existence.
Do you have the picture still?
I don't. I don't have it.
No. The one with you in the yearbook.
No, it's gone. It was on Snapchat, so it's gone now. We're not talking about it.
It doesn't exist.
He
but
was cute.
It's gone forever.
I bet. I can imagine that he was a cute kid. I was too at one point.
Hey, let's move on. Let's move on from that. Let's not talk
Well,
about.
we're talking about the whole style thing and everything. So, but also going back to wearing that Ozzy and Lita Ford shirt. My first concert actually was Ozzy, and I was 7.
Right on.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What are some of your guys' first concerts that you admit to?
My first
well,
concert.
I think my first legit. God, I can't even. I've been to so many now, so it's hard to even remember.
I remember my first concert.
I think it was a local show.
I was in the 5th grade, and I was in band, and I had to perform in the band concert. No, no, honestly, Motley Crue was my first.
Really?
Nice.
Really?
It was my first when I was living out in Colorado.
I'm going to get a ton of haters for this, but I went to go visit my uncle in Alaska for Christmas break. Don't ask me why. Christmas in Alaska.
Oh, screw that.
Was it dark?
Well, yeah, there was 2 hours of daylight.
No.
So anyways, we flew into Seattle, Washington, and we had an overlay because there was a volcano going off that was messing with everything because, ash and a jet engine is probably not a good idea.
Not
St.
a good
Helen?
combo.
I don't remember which one it was, but I was 13, 14 at the time, I think.
Mhm.
So we literally had to spend the night in Seattle.
It's a good place to spend the night.
Well, I only saw an airport, and mind you, I got arrested for stealing my own luggage, which was great. I'll tell you that
Oh
story.
my gosh. At 13?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They put us up in a hotel at the Holiday Inn. We were on the 27th floor.
Mhm.
My grandmother, who was elderly at that point in time, and she hated anything that moved, the moving sidewalks, escalators, elevators, any of that stuff.
How does this stuff work?
Right. She was not having it.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally went down, I think it was 3 or 4 sets of escalators, took the subway to the parking garage where there was a Holiday Inn van waiting for us to take us to the Holiday Inn. So we get to the hotel and realize that our luggage is not with us. And it was on the way to Alaska.
Worst trip ever.
Well, then there was a bunch of mixed communications and whatnot.
Mhm.
So anyways, the airport calls us at the hotel, says, hey, your luggage is here. Can you send someone to pick it up? And I'm like, all right, you guys, because my sister was an absolute basket case.
Mm-hmm. No clothes, no nothing that you need.
Right. So I was like, well, you guys hang here. I'll go back to the airport. Give me the ticket stub. So I get there, go down to the baggage claim, show my tickets, get the luggage. So I'm carrying all this luggage. I'm 14. The luggage is bigger than me. Mm-hmm. And I'm almost to the door. I got the tickets in my back pocket, and I get tackled by 2 airport security guys.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
Pricks.
So they literally haul me off to the holding cell at this airport. And I'm sitting in there with a guy that stole the sandwich out of a vending machine.
What the hell?
It was odd. I'm telling you. So I looked over to the other guy, and he's like, "So what you in for?" And I'm like, "Stealing my own luggage." He's like, "What?" He's like,
Wow.
"Oh, I stole a sandwich out of a vending machine." So, anyways, they got all that sorted out. What was my original story? Here?
You were talking about your concert,
Yeah,
the
what was your
first one
first
over
concert?
Wednesday.
Okay, so that's what it was. That's right.
Tangent, man.
Sorry.
We lost like 3 viewers through this. Asshole.
Sorry, guys. Anyways, so we
Don't
had to get
mention that.
to the airport in the morning because our flight was leaving at 6 a.m. So we got to the airport at like, I don't know, it's like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. I don't know. So this plane was coming in and we're sitting there, and then all of these people, like local news people, showed up and they were taking pictures and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then like security escorted them out. So then the people came off the plane and like the security was holding them back. So then they just came in, sat there, and they were sitting there for like, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes.
Was it New Kids on the Block?
No. Here's the funny part about it. It was Warrant.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
And they were literally sitting there waiting for all of this stuff to go on because we're on the other side where the other tunnel thing was at to go into the plane.
Mhm.
So the two guitar players literally pulled out acoustic guitars and they're just sitting there jamming, doing their little thing, waiting for people to come through. And I'm like, no way.
Hmm.
That was crazy. Seeing Warrant doing acoustic stuff.
Cool.
At 5 o'clock in the morning.
So what was your first real concert?
Yeah,
though?
real
My
one.
first real concert? Oh, who was it? Moody Blues.
That sounds like an old person thing.
No, here's the story is I was dating this girl and her
Losing more
mom said, "Hey,
subscribers.
I got tickets to go down to
Moody
geez,
Blues.
what was it called? No, I'm trying to think of the venue. Pine Knob.
Oh, yeah. Which is now DTE, which is
well, whatever.
bullshit.
And she's like, "Hey, I got tickets to go to Pine Knob." And I'm like, "Cool, who's playing?" She's like, "The Moody Blues." And I'm like, "I grew up listening to those guys. Let's go check it out."
Is this the girl that you slammed the hand in the door?
No, that was
Oh,
insane.
yeah. I wouldn't go to a concert with you either after that shit.
We go to this concert at Pine Knob. Nobody told me that the Moody Blues were like all about pretty much dropping acid during a concert. Because I seen some of the craziest stuff on the hill. There was like people just this one guy was sitting on a blanket just going,
Nobody can see
For
that, though.
listeners,
I know.
that was
He's
just like
making
the
he's
most.
making a really dumb face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he was
nothing
just totally zoned in or zoned out for that matter.
Mm.
Is that the first time you tried acid?
Are you 14?
No, the first time I tried acid, God, how old was I? I don't know, 17, 18.
Mhm. Okay, so Joey, what was your first concert?
I think it was actually. Do you remember Breakers?
Yeah.
There was a pool hall that was here for like a year.
Yeah.
and disappeared.
Oh yeah.
But it was a local band. I think it was Gregarious.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
I
the
remember
name of
those
it.
guys.
But they were pretty sweet.
Yeah.
They were a like super heavy metal band. That was really dope. But yeah, I think that was it.
That's what Caro needs again. Is it doesn't have to be like Breakers, but a coffee shop with a stage.
Like a
Mhm.
small venue. Yeah.
Well, that's what
Well,
we
there
were.
fucking would have been one if this town didn't suck balls.
Yep, that was bull crap.
You cocks. Hey, if you're on the city council and you're listening, fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, the
kidding.
city council's got their stuff together a little better now.
Now, but they totally hosed the guy that
Scott.
wanted to start opening it. Yeah,
What do you
Scott.
mean better now? Aren't they closing down Taka?
That's true. They are, aren't they? And is that for just the parking lot, or I've heard all kinds of different things.
I don't know the full story.
Mhm.
I just know that they're pretty much gonna shut because it's cost too much money to operate.
Wow,
And
that's
well,
sad. No, they.
if they would have done what they were supposed to do in the beginning,
Mhm.
then it wouldn't have been a problem. But
And what can you explain to the listeners what TACA is so that they
Thumb Area
they don't-
Community, it's we put on plays and we do art exhibits and stuff for the community.
Mhm.
And I was a big part of TACA, and I really appreciate TACA. And everything that's, if it wasn't for TACA, I wouldn't have gotten into acting.
Mm.
I did one play in high school
Right.
and I was terrified. And then, shout out to a certain Barbie for getting me to do play.
Hey Tony, if you do it, I'll kill you.
What?
You put it away.
I'm not
Put it away, Tony.
And
Put that shit away, man.
oh,
God damn it.
but
So,
Oh,
but yeah,
my God.
we
Thanks, Darian.
won't.
You're a piece of shit.
but they're not really shutting down TACA. They're just closing the building that it's out
That
of.
it's okay. Yeah.
And we would do plays there
Mhm.
and different exhibits and stuff there. And now we're not really going to have a
That.
place to do that.
Yeah, I went there for the school's art exhibit and did pictures, and I've actually gone and done pictures for the plays and stuff that you've been in. So that that was nice of them to extend that, and it was cool to see the plays and stuff.
What's up, Kirk?
Oh dang!
I
that was
just
loud.
peeked every microphone.
Not mine. Get out of here.
Kirk just showed up.
Kirk showed up and gave Joey pizza. Kirk is
man.
winning.
Kirk is my best friend in the whole world.
Mhm.
And,
Let's make up for the picture that
We need to grab a picture of him with his pizza. Mhm.
But no, could we do that? I mean, could we find a place to actually open up a shop like that? Would there be interest? I'll send that out to the viewers
Mhm.
or listeners. Would that be something that would interest people of Carroll?
What were we talking about?
Coffee shop with a venue,
Yeah.
poetry slams, live bands, stuff
I'm gonna
like
post
that.
it
Oh,
on
of
the page.
course, yeah. Everybody was super excited about the brewery because that was part of it or
Distillery.
I kept on doing that because that was part of what we were doing. Bringing in acts, and not only that, like he was really wanting to help people, charity wise and stuff. He had a lot of really good things that he wanted to do, and they just kind of just shut him down, and people of Carroll and the city and around surrounding areas were not happy.
Yeah, this town needs a small venue for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to
Well,
Keith.
there's nothing for the kids or anything anymore.
Mm-mm.
There used to be a card shop here in town,
Yep.
or a gaming store.
Jim Cards. Jim's Cards.
No, what? No,
The other
the
one,
geek shop.
the geek shop.
Oh yeah.
The geek shop was awesome.
Yeah, I got to know the owner and cool guy.
That's where I bought my first Magic deck.
That's where I first got my ass kicked at Magic. And I thought I knew what I was doing. Yeah, no,
Not so
I had-
much, huh?
no. I'm much better now. But that inspired me. After that closed down, there was these little cells of these geeks that would just, invite people over to their houses and
Right.
stuff like. But they didn't have a place to go, and
Mhm.
a couple people brought me on board to start Orc Gaming.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I know when you talked about it. I don't think that I'd ever actually been in there though. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll still get you the T-shirt. I've only got 200 left over.
I'll take one.
Okay,
Yeah.
seriously, I'm serious. I have a whole bunch of T-shirts I have to get rid of.
Well, hey, we can start maybe selling them and funding our podcast. No, just kidding.
Well,
No, we'll
But,
fund you.
and we were open for about 2 years, maybe 3,
Mhm.
and it gave the geeks in the community some place to go. And I really wanted to reopen the shop again.
Yeah, we definitely need something like that in this town.
So Darian said, I think when she wrote want them, I think she was talking about the polo shirts, but also, and she said it sucks to suck. LOL. And was that the shop that was by Red Rum Tattoo Shop?
Yes, it was.
Who asked that?
Darian.
Yeah, I'm a former owner. But yeah, I want to reopen the shop.
That would be cool. I would be down to help out.
Shout out to Red Rum.
Red
Yeah.
Rum. Oh yeah,
That's where I got my Deadpool.
Did they get
tattoo.
back on their feet after the
no
robbery?
idea. I didn't even know they
They're
got
still.
robbed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was what, a year ago now, almost.
About yeah. And we shared and posted that all over too because they got hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a lot of their supplies and equipment.
Even the books, didn't they?
I believe so too, and a lot. And the hardest thing or the saddest thing I thought is the fact that they actually their artwork, a lot of their artwork was
original.
taken. Mhm.
Yep.
So
People are shitty.
yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
if you robbed Red Rum, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Absolutely. They have families. They support. That's what they do.
Mhm.
Thanks for the pizza, Kurt.
I love you, Kurt.
Yeah. So, and Becky just said definitely need a small venue in this area. That's for sure. And speaking of Becky, I'm gonna tell the story. I stopped over to her house because I want to walk her dog because I need exercise. So I stopped over there and we were talking, and she said that she tuned in, after the show and whatnot to listen, and she said she had to stop halfway through because her dog started looking for me. So, because he thought I was there.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's a cute dog. He's a good boy.
That's Cupid, right?
Cupid. Yep, his
Yeah.
name is Cupid because he's got a heart on his butt.
Shout out to Cupid.
Yeah, he's a cutie. He's a
Sorry,
good
I'm
dog.
eating the pizza and I'm trying not
Mhm.
to chew in the
Yeah,
microphone.
all these jerks are eating this pizza around me, and I can't have any because it's full of freaking gluten.
I've got some that's gluten free.
Oh, get out of here! Oh man.
Is that stuffed crust?
Oh.
It's a thin crust. But anyways,
So I'll go back to the chat here really quick. And Darian said, yeah, but Cody Reed is no longer there, but Josh Downing is still there. And Jeff Graham said, is there any place to buy and sell comic books?
no. After Jim's cards went down,
Not here in
we
town.
were about to before Orc closed down. We were seriously discussing about getting comic books in there.
Mhm.
It's expensive though.
I bet. Yeah, oh, yeah, I
because
can imagine.
You have to buy all of the comic books, whether they sell or not. You're stuck with them.
Sweet lose.
I just want to say shout out
Oh,
to
yeah.
Cody
Around
Reed.
here, though,
Yeah.
Cody Reed did my Deadpool tattoo, and he's the man. And he's doing really well too.
Where's he at now?
I think he's in Bay City.
Oh, is he? Okay. All right.
Maybe I might be wrong about that, but he does travel like all over and do
I
like
think-
competitions now.
That's cool.
I-
He's got great stuff. He's
yeah, I think he works there, but I'm pretty sure that they still live here in town.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, I think
the
so, 'cause
portraits.
I would see them in Speedway and stuff. So
Yeah, I saw him in Walmart.
good dude though.
Becky's able to listen because Cupid is out cold thanks to the walk. I'm surprised I'm not, honestly, after working this morning and all that stuff. But I look forward to Thursdays now, definitely. So, and luckily, my job, I get out early enough. So, good stuff.
Nice.
We're at 2 hours.
I see we're at 2 hours,
We are
and
at 2 hours.
the chat, people are still commenting and listening, and it's awesome. It's great. So maybe you guys can stop eating pizza and
I
fucking
can't.
talk.
So good though.
I'm fucking starving, man.
I'll talk to you, Heather. What do you want to talk about? I got some stuff.
Let's talk about stuff.
Hey, I had to sit here and fucking talk when he left the fucking room. And
Now,
I had to
are you completely eating Kirk's entire pizza?
No, there's still some stuff here.
We had to get out of the Bermuda Triangle, man. Jason had to go. It was past his bedtime. And then, well, obviously Leon was going to get lost if I didn't find him. So
Oh, I'm glad. And he brought that pizza from out. He made his way here with that.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a Little Caesars in the Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
well, now you
I didn't
know.
know.
So, speaking of Little Caesars, my roommate says that's like the cardboard pizza. Like it's funny when he gets his check because he'll go and get like Hungry Howie's or whatever, and then towards the end, before the next paycheck, you see Little Caesars more. But he eats a lot of pizza though. He can though.
I personally like Little Caesars.
Mhm.
If they want to sponsor us, I'm totally down with that.
We'll have to jump on that and find out if they will.
Mike Illich. Oh wait, no, you're dead. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Whoever took over.
Yeah,
Sorry about your loss. And I love Little Caesars. So
crazy bread. I miss crazy bread. It's so good.
Did you want some more
Can
of
you
this
get-
pizza, Kurt?
Can you do anything to get over your allergy of gluten?
No.
Yeah, just get over it.
EpiPen. Yeah, I could give myself an EpiPen shot. So
I mean, that's a start.
I mean, it's to that point. Like at any given time, if I have anything that has gluten in it that I could have my throat close up and all that stuff.
So could you get like a trach? So that way it just bypasses your for the most part your throat.
Well, I'm considering that,
I have
being
a pen. Does that
Oh,
count?
get out of here. Being still young and being single and stuff, I'd rather not have that.
There was
going on?
an episode of South Park I saw where they started shoving stuff up their butt and then
Yeah, no, that's
pooping
not
out their
gonna.
mouth.
That's not
but-
gonna happen either.
No.
No. Nope.
I love
I will
South Park.
gladly continue to have a gluten allergy if that's
I
the
started
only
listening
option.
at the wrong time.
You should have been listening the whole time. Where have you been? Show up, man.
I'm just
Eating
saying
the
I
pizza
mean,
that Kurt brought us.
You were completely in it.
Sorry, fat kid food. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. I have a sesame seed allergy too, which is crap as well.
So you can't eat pretzels at all?
No, well, if they're gluten free, yeah. Which one company makes them good, but nope. I lived off of pretzels, and I think maybe that was my undoing. Because when I had the whole gallbladder issue going on, that's all I could eat was peanut butter and pretzels, and I think maybe that's what happened.
Gotcha.
Screwed myself over,
Oh, well, I was just adjusting my microphone.
bopping yourself in the face.
I almost whacked myself in the face.
Yeah. So the whole allergy thing is just my sister up north says that I'm a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't think I could go without gluten in my
Sucks.
day-to-day life.
No, it sucks. It's horrible.
I don't know. Sean made some epic pizza tonight. So,
Oh, it was so good.
nothing against Little Caesars, but my little man definitely knows how to throw down on some
He-
pizza.
He can cook really good.
Yeah.
And when you tell him hey, cook how there's something, I don't argue. I don't, because he does. He cooks really good.
He needs a food truck.
I want to do a food truck.
Speaking of that, Keith said he was counting in
Yeah.
for the food truck.
Well, I definitely want to I put together this whole menu, and I want to test it out with you guys. And I know you won't contest to that because it's stuff that I can't eat. So I need to know if it's any good.
You had me at dip.
Yeah, we could call it the Flamingo Food Truck.
Do it.
Yeah. That would be kind of interesting to find out where we'd have to go to make money.
Would you cater?
Festivals,
Yeah.
events,
Cater would be cool.
pretty
Yeah.
much where there's mass quantities of people.
because I'm trying to get that off the ground too.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, Darian says it sucks. I've had to go on a gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free diet before. I lived on rice and tomato juice. Oh my gosh.
Did you mix them?
Did you? I would imagine you probably would.
Oh yeah, that'd be actually not too bad.
No.
Spicy diced tomatoes.
Yeah,
with
but not
some,
being able to have
rice.
any of that stuff and just have that. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Allergies, especially food allergies, are horrible.
billion Asians, it does them pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They have entire, fields of these patties
rice.
that we fought over in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, I like rice and I like tomato juice. I'm a big fan of V8 and it's gluten free. Why are you looking at me weird?
Because you're sideways. Did you have a V8 today?
No. Don't you dare hit me in the damn forehead. That's Joey's gig
I had
with his dates and stuff. Don't even bring me into this.
a tropical V8. It was like a pineapple and mango thing. That was pretty good the other day.
good.
I like
Pretty
it.
awesome.
Just recently found out I like mango. So, except for the mango tea at Taco Bell. That shit was horrible.
We go to Taco Bell, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna try something different." So she gets, what was it?
Mango tea.
It was mango tea.
No, you put something else in it though, didn't you?
I like a splash of apple because I haven't drank pop in 7 or 8 months.
So she takes a drink of it, and she's like, "Wow, that's mango-y."
Yeah, it was. Plus, not drinking pop, the sugar kicked me in the teeth. And it was like,
Mhm.
whoa, too much. I never figured that I would actually love water at all. I hated it.
I love water.
I do now.
I drink so much water.
It's good.
Not to brag or anything, but
Which, speaking
I'm kind of the most hydrated person ever.
now that we're talking like about all this stuff, like the diets and whatnot, that brings me up to who we're gonna have on next week.
Yeah.
That should be interesting to find out. I'm sure right now that she'd say pizza in the studio is probably not a good idea.
Well, I don't care.
I never imagined you would.
I don't.
But so that should be interesting as well.
Can't wait for her to take one look at me and just be like, "The fuck are you doing with your life?"
No, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, we have some work to do.
So much shit.
Mhm.
That'd be guests back to back that probably don't agree with my lifestyle.
Isn't it since the beginning, really? I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, Leon,
Well,
do you
Lydia
approve
was
of my
down.
lifestyle?
Hey, if it makes you happy, why complain?
See, Leon gets it.
Some people do.
Well, who are we having on next week?
Hannah.
From
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know. This is, you see her all the time.
I think you guys had this argument
We did.
before.
We did. And
No,
neither
And
one
you
of
were
us.
you were right last time, weren't you?
No, Hannah corrected me because I kept screwing it up. It's
Mhm.
absolutely,
But absolutely.
but it's abs. The
Oh,
thing that I'm
absolutely.
lacking.
Abs of Fruitly.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Abs are a real thing. Like, I've never known it.
I've got an ab.
Mine are missing.
Yeah, I've got one big ab.
Yeah,
One
mine's
big ab.
kind of like a pony keg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. So that'll be interesting, though. It'll be neat to.
She will be the
hear
most fit
her.
person in the entire studio.
Yeah, she will be.
Well, she just
will.
had knee surgery, what, a couple weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's hardcore. She like literally had surgery and the very next day went back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, okay.
Yeah.
Because she dances.
Yeah.
And she's just, wow, she's an incredible dancer.
Like up here, like at Sue's.
No, she used to dance for, I think, the Detroit Pistons.
Oh,
Really?
I think that's right.
Well, I
Hannah,
can
if you're
see-
listening.
I can see she's like super freaking cute. Oh,
Oh,
that's not offensive to say cute, but
Why would that be offensive?
I don't know.
And the fact that she's just incredibly knowledgeable about food in general.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm pretty knowledgeable about food too. Just saying.
Well, I took a nutrition class with her. It was awesome because there was,
Oh, I'm Tony. I took a nutrition class.
but he just like ate half of that pizza with you.
That's
He had
right.
2 pizzas.
fat kid. No, it was cool because there was just a lot of great information about understanding what is on a food label.
Oh gosh, don't get me started on that crap.
Right. I mean,
Gotta read everything.
people don't realize what they're consuming. I mean,
Oh, that's true.
it's insane what they put on food labels, and people are like, "Nah, okay, I've always bought it." Well, they change the recipes every
Mhm.
couple of years.
Well, she's I'm sure she'll go, and elaborate on that as well.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Get our shit together.
I
Help
just-
us get our shit together.
I'm good.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, is she gonna like throw down the gauntlet and be like, I'm giving you guys a challenge? And I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna be like, well, I lost. All right.
you know,
We should totally do that though. If she brings like some stuff, we should totally go down on the challenge.
oh
yeah,
no.
but life's too short not to eat what the fuck you want. Seriously.
Life's too short not to enjoy
Well-
bacon.
But your life can be cut short if you eat
Right.
shitty. I know this.
Good. I'll die happy.
Well, I mean, you have me at bacon, so
Everybody's had it bacon. I like turkey bacon. I don't care.
Bacon can bend
what
me
is
bacon
over
wrong
and
with
have
you?
me.
Turkey bacon?
What's right with me?
I heard my name, but I was too disgusted
No.
with turkey bacon.
I said bacon can bend me over and have me, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know where Leon got in
How did
there.
you get your name and had me?
He was just too busy, like, not hearing me say, like, turkey.
I think he knew
bacon.
I was saying something fucked up, and he just assumed it was.
It was
I was
about
like-
him.
Huh?
You know, Joey doesn't like it when he's on the podcast naked and somebody's staring at him. So
I'll stop staring at my dick.
It wasn't
Unless you
me.
got bacon
It's
grease.
all across the room. I can't.
Oh God, no!
It's from.
I'm gonna
my
get you
seat
one of
to
those
the door.
garden hose things, wheels that you
I need
wind
one.
it up.
I need
And
it.
welcome to the Don't Make This Weird podcast.
Yeah. Why don't we get Keith on here and have a dick off?
Oh no! I'm gonna have to.
I found his cod piece.
I'm gonna have to like not be here for that one. I can't be trusted.
Why you're here every day?
I know, because I get a message coming over. And I'm kind of gonna hang out at home, but yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
I know.
2 hours later.
I always say I'm just gonna spend my day at home.
We said that. We both said that.
Yesterday.
I did stay home though.
I stayed home for most of the day. I came over for a minute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, to get the needles because
Yeah.
for the sewing your coat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep, for your cast.
Truth.
Word.
Word up, dog.
So, well, guys, we're at
Word up, my
2
guy.
hours and 14 minutes.
So you guys want to
Yeah,
wrap this up?
I don't know
or
what
keep
else is on the
talking?
itinerary. I didn't.
I didn't
when I
make
walked
one.
in- Oh,
I don't like the pressure of having to have an itinerary in the 20 pages.
I
It's
think-
not true.
I think we did. It got a little rocky at the beginning because we thought we had technical difficulties. But
Yeah.
That's true.
I tried getting or watching it on my phone,
Mhm.
and I couldn't bring it up.
yeah, it was. That's the same thing that was happening with a friend that was messaging me and telling me that it was messing up. But
Yeah.
I don't know because Jason brought it up without any problem.
That's
so.
true. But he's like a big iPhone person. So I don't know.
Well, there goes my phone.
Joey just dropped his phone.
For the 8th time probably today. His phone is so jacked.
It's true.
I think like we need to have
which is
a
weird.
GoFundMe for like a case to
I've
save your
never
shit.
I've never been bad with phones before, but like it seems
Really?
like I really never
I
had.
don't know if
problem.
I can trust
But
that.
it seems like the last 2 years I've just done nothing but fucking break phones. I don't know where it came from. Like
Joey
it's-
the Destroyer.
I'm sorry. I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 22 years old.
Mhm.
I didn't get mine until I was 18.
And let me tell you, watching cell phones then and what they've come into,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sorry. I wish Nextel was still in business. They hadn't been bought out, because those phones you could fucking run over, throw it off
It's
a
like
fucking cliff.
The Nokia.
Was
Yeah,
that the one
yeah.
with like the yellow with the walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
I
those.
had one that
those
dropped
things-
off a 3-story building. It bounced. A semi ran over it, and it worked just fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
And now everything's so sensitive. And
It's true.
I think it's interesting because I was brought up in a time where technology was on the rise. And so it's just interesting to see like how far things have come. Cause like I still went to high school back when people didn't really even have phones that much.
Right.
You know, it was long enough ago to where like people, like a few of my friends had cell phones,
Mhm.
but it wasn't like every kid in class had a cell phone like
That's
it is now,
Yeah, I can't.
which is crazy. Like I can't even imagine. Like
that's-
it's just how like everybody knows everything all the time.
Mhm.
Like,
So yeah, how do you? Oh.
not that this is related, but it's kind of related. I look back, one of my favorite movies, it's in the top 10,
Mhm.
is Hackers.
Oh, that was a great movie. I have that on
Yeah.
DVD.
Yeah, I
I
remember
love
Hackers.
Hackers.
Yeah.
And, to see that movie now and like, wow, just
Yeah.
the technology in that movie is just so obsolete.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah.
And I mean, they say that our phones today have more computing power than what took us to the moon.
I've heard that.
But I would love to see if I challenge Hollywood, since they're all about remakes right now, remake Hackers
Mhm.
with today's technology.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Shit. I had something I wanted to say. and
Completely lost you
I'm
there.
blanking now.
Oh man.
But I remember the Apple computers that were, like had like the colorful like back to them and
Mhm.
stuff.
My
when those
grandma
first
still has
came
one
out.
of those.
Oh, I remember thinking those were like the coolest, like the newest technology. It was so cool.
I didn't have a computer when I was in high school.
I
I didn't
got
get a computer
I got
until
a-
I was 20.
I had a laptop
23.
when I was 14, I think.
I never did.
When I was 14, I had an IBM
Oh, okay.
laptop.
Spoiled.
I don't know.
Just kidding.
My first computer was from a garage sale, and this was in the 90s, but the computer was like from the very early 90s, where the keyboard was still attached to the monitor, and there was no color except for green,
It's a floppy disk.
and the floppy disk that was a fucking
big ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a 5x5 or 6x6.
Yeah.
And whenever you wanted to play a game, you had to type your commands in.
Yeah.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about Oregon.
We,
I mean, Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we always had computers in my house though, because my mom was like super into computers. My mom was into like all of that stuff, and
Yeah.
she actually taught me everything I know about computers.
Wow.
And so, like, I never remember a time in my life where there wasn't a computer in the house. And so,
Yeah, my generation started that. You're welcome.
but yeah, I remember playing like fucking RuneScape and stuff at like 14.
Yeah.
My
And,
first cell phone was a pager.
I had one of those.
I remember in high school, not high school, I'm sorry, elementary school, when we actually got to go to the library and get on computers and stuff. For me, Carmen Sandiego
Yes.
was the game.
Yeah.
Where in
Yes.
time, where in the world,
Yep.
and and then when I got in high school, it was the Oregon Trail,
Yep.
which very quickly we weren't allowed to play anymore because
Your people died of dysentery.
Uh-huh.
well,
Mine always did.
whenever people would put on their headstones, somebody died. It was always here's blah blah blah's mom, and I fucked her to death and all this stuff. And then the school was like, yeah, let's not do this anymore.
I don't.
Oh,
I
man.
don't recall that.
Where did you go to school at?
I went to Kingston.
Okay then. Yeah.
I remember we were actually talking about old school games yesterday.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I remember playing Neverwinter Nights when I was like 10.
Missed.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
I
about Myst
talked about
yesterday,
Myst,
too.
too.
I never played it myself, but I had watched it played
Yeah.
forever ago.
I hated that game, but it was so cool.
Because we were talking about Dark Souls and stuff, and like how like
Yeah.
games today aren't hard like they used to be and
Right.
stuff. But Dark Souls is kind of like an homage to old school gaming and how
It's
Ninja
all button
Gaiden.
bashing.
I'm
Ninja
a bad
Gaiden was
button
the same
masher.
way.
Ninja Gaiden.
Got one life, and that was it.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden was fucking hard.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the same way with like all the Mega Man ones too?
Mega Man was awesome.
Mega Man was the shit.
I love
Yeah,
Mega Man.
I went and rented it so much that in Rescue Rangers they were like, "Why don't you just buy this?" Probably should, but my mom says I have to keep renting it.
God, I miss old school like couch co-op and stuff.
Yeah.
Like sitting on a couch with my cousin Colin and just beating a game, like just the two of us.
Yeah.
Like we would go because like I would pretty much spend every weekend of my childhood at his house, and so we would take our allowance or whatever money we had, and we would go down to Ralston's and rent games.
Yeah,
back
yeah.
when they had like N64 games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we would rent games and just buy junk food and stuff, and then go back and spend the whole weekend beating whatever game we just rented.
That was me and my cousin Craig. We'd get NES games.
Who from Carol remembers Panorama?
Oh, I remember
Yes.
Panorama.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where that
That was a
crappy
throwback.
job is at now, where I used
Yeah.
to the call center.
But I mean, I remember Panorama. That man, to see how much this has all changed. Oh,
I got a couple things in the chat. Darian said, "My grandmother haunts my mother, Tabitha computer." And then Jeff said, "Commodore 64 old school."
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I missed that. Gosh, the Nintendo games when you couldn't get them to work. Everybody knows what they had to do, like blow into it and then put it in the.
But I say all this stuff I get like all nostalgic for old games and stuff, but then I look back and I'm like, were they really all that good? Like, because some of them are pretty shitty, but I just
The
remember them
Legend
being
of Zelda was awesome.
They're like, yeah,
Rogue Squadron for N64.
but I'm talking like everybody's like got a hard on for GoldenEye for the N64.
Mm-mm.
That game sucked.
Hated that game.
That game was terrible. But everybody's like, oh, this is like the best. It is like revolutionized shooters. And I'm like, no.
Then put it in right now and play it,
Mhm.
and then your attitude's gonna be, man.
yeah, it's
what
like,
the fuck
wow,
was
we
I
fucking
thinking?
play. Like the controls are bad. Everything is bad. Fuck
My
that
son
game.
just traded that into Game On.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still rocks the PS2.
I
Oh,
remember.
I
Atari.
respect that.
I love the PS.
Remember
Mhm.
Banjo and Kazooie?
Yes.
Yes.
That was a good game. Or
I-
Conker's Bad Fur Day was another good one for the N64.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've
Was it the-
lived for
GameCube with Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
Super Monkey Ball was the shit.
Yes.
That game was so much fun. The GameCube, I feel, is an underrated system because there was a lot of bangers on that.
Oh yeah.
That
Wasn't that
Smash
yeah,
on the
that's what I was just
N64.
gonna ask you, yeah.
Old school Smash. Colin and I were actually talking about it like the whole nostalgia thing and how
Yeah.
like looking back and we're like, yeah, I really loved Super Smash Brothers when I was a kid, but I feel like if I went back and played the original, I don't think I would be as into it as I was back then.
It's because nostalgia is looking back at a simpler, but you wouldn't want to live there. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
No.
because like now, because I feel like the Super Smash Brothers games have only gotten better with time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Well, it's just
somebody's
not-
going to crucify me
it's just
for
not
it.
with
But
games. It's, you know, with like me, I've said it before, man, I wish I could just time travel back to a simpler time,
Yeah.
you know, but if I were to actually do it, it'd be like, no, I don't really want to live here because this shit sucks.
I just wish I got into tabletop a lot earlier than what I did,
Me too.
because it's fantastic. I love it more than I love video games.
Yeah.
Which I said, I think, last week.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah, you did.
yeah.
Well, and that's what was great growing up as this stuff was coming out. I mean, I remember Metroid when it came out, and that was the coolest game. And then when everybody found out when you beat the game that it was a female,
Yeah.
that was unheard of.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Right, but that was unheard of.
Yeah.
So then, of course, all of us, boys going through puberty, it was like, hey, we found out that the faster you beat the game, the less clothes she's wearing. So, of course, all of us were doing like, sprint runs through these, Metroid game. And man, it was so much fun. Then they came out with Super Metroid. Do you remember the game Bubble Bobble?
Mhm.
Yes.
I hated that game because you could never beat it. It would just continually get
I
harder
remember.
and harder and harder.
I remember playing Bomberman.
Not to
For the
change the
first time.
subject, but to latch onto something you said about, going through puberty and everything. So, we're roughly the same age. So just be honest with me here, Tony.
What?
When you first saw Hanson, their music video, did you sit there and think, man, which one of these chicks are the cute one? Which one would I do?
No, see, here's the thing. Let me go back farther than that. Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you remember the band Nelson?
Yes.
Okay. The first time I saw that at MTV, I was like, wow, these chicks are kind of ugly, but I guess if you're seeing the back of their head, it'll be okay. And I'm- 'cause-
Total Tony logic there.
well,
Guys.
but here's the thing, though. In my defense, I grew up in the 80s.
Mhm.
You couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl.
No.
I guess, yeah. Good point.
Seriously.
They did like hot pink lipstick and shit. I'm just like, I don't even wear
Okay,
that
look
shit.
at bands like Poison, Motley Crue,
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Rat,
Hey, Poison.
Cinderella.
Poison's amazing.
Yes, they are. But it's one of those things that growing up, you couldn't tell who was a guy or a girl until you actually talked to them.
Yeah.
Ironically, tying that in 2017, you still can't tell if it's a boy or a girl.
Oh boy.
See, that's why the
Or girl.
2000s
Yeah.
teens were great for me because I was a child of the 80s.
We lived through some crazy shit.
Mm.
Oh God, yes.
hmm I like those like
I grew up-
posts on Facebook where they're like, "Oh, a drink from a garden hose. I rode in the back of a truck, and I'm still alive." Like, yeah, I was
like-
there.
It's
And you
like-
have cancer.
It's like, so did I,
gosh.
but I'm still a millennial. Like, like I did all that shit too. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's funny about it. Is
There's
that
really not that much of a difference.
when
though.
you grow up in a
That's the thing.
rural area, those are things that everybody
Yeah.
does.
I don't think it has anything to do with the age. I think it has everything to do with where you grow up.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I know growing up because I used to ride with my dad everywhere when I was really, really little. And we'd go to like big cities like Detroit. Sometimes I remember going to the St. Louis, Missouri for the first time and seeing that ginormous arch. And realizing that Michigan was literally 10 years behind everything else.
Mhm.
And I went, well, why don't they have this in Michigan?
Try living up north. Try living up there. Like every time I would come back from my mom's house and I'd come back up north, I would have all kinds of clothes from like around here, and everybody would be like, "Where'd you get that at?"
Right.
Downstate. It's amazing. Go. I don't
You
know.
remember hanging out at the mall?
Mm-hmm.
No,
That used to be the thing.
I was never allowed to go to the mall.
Well, because there's no mall near Cairo, so it's like,
Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
never got
Bay
to go in
City,
it.
Saginaw.
yeah, but I didn't really have a car
No, we
ever,
just
so
go to
it's like-
Frankenmuth and mess with people because we were from Vassar.
Yeah,
Frankenmuth is dope. I
agree.
Frankenmuth. It's a cool place.
I like working there,
It seems like it'd be a cool place to work every day.
except for traffic is shit.
Yeah.
Are they
can
done with
imagine.
construction on that
They
bridge?
are done. Yes, yes.
I was
So,
Shout
I
out
was
to
gonna-
Browners.
I want to go back for a second though. 'cause,
don't tie me into Bronner's.
Speaking of Frankenmuth, just to give you guys an idea, because it sparked into my head, I think it'd be interesting if you guys did like a podcast at one of the escape rooms down there.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I was saying, yeah. I mean,
I could.
I'm just
Yeah.
What
throwing
did you
out
want to go
ideas.
back to, Joey?
What?
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
yeah.
I could see Joey like slapping his head every time nobody was getting like the obvious clue. He'd be like, "Come on."
oh yeah, it would annoy the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
they're not overly obvious. Trust me.
But I was gonna say I wanted to go back to like music and stuff growing up, because
Yeah.
like I grew up. I was born in '94, and so music.
I graduated in '95.
but music for the most part growing up was shit. It was terrible. Like late '90s, early 2000s music was awful.
Yeah,
It was so bad. So there's like going back, like I had to listen to like 80s, 70s stuff like that because there's nothing else to listen to.
yeah.
Everything on the radio was shit.
I just want to really quickly, Lydia, if you're listening, he's out of his mind. He has no idea what he's talking about. 90s music is the best.
It's not though.
No,
The best thing to come out of the late 90s and early 2000s. Damn it, Kirk. Turn your phone off. You should know this. You know the rules. But I would say
it won't shut up.
he had that problem at the relay,
Relay
too,
for
didn't you?
life. Yeah.
Like they were in the middle of like a. Oh, it wasn't. No, it was Heather's, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I left. Yeah.
like I was trying to make a point.
Yeah.
The best thing to come out of the late 90s and early 2000s was Elliott Smith. And that is a fact. It's a fact of life.
Well,
There's no well.
no.
There's no follow up.
Going back to the '70s and '80s, like you were talking about, growing up and hearing that stuff for the first time. I mean, I remember the first time I heard Van Halen, and I was like, "Holy crap!" There was nothing else on the radio that sounded like
Now,
that.
I'm not saying everything was bad from the late 90s and early 2000s, because like there's a lot of things that I did enjoy, like Blink-182 and Bowling for Soup and stuff like that. But like this, for the most part, the shit you were hearing on like the radio and stuff was fucking awful.
It sucked.
It's terrible.
I will say one thing that I really miss music wise from the 90s is 90s rap. Yeah,
Yeah.
to me, they had a message that they were saying, and
Straight
today's
outta
rap
Compton.
now
Crazy motherfucker.
rap
named
is
Ice
just
Cube.
about bitches, hoes, fucking knocking, doing drugs.
There's some
all this
some
shit.
gems out there though. Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
Joyner Lucas is great. Eminem is fantastic.
I'm just saying it's like, but then, like to me, still, I can sit down and just listen to like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Bone
I had
Thugs
one
and
of those
Harmony was
their
the shit.
CDs. Yeah.
Bone Thugs and Harmony was pretty dope.
Mhm.
I mean, not all rap was great. I mean, Will Smith was kind of, getting jiggy with
You
it.
don't like Big Willie?
I don't like Big Willie style.
He's
Is that
a
what it
pretty
was?
good actor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I think he's a good actor. Uh-oh.
What?
I
was the
don't,
thing
I'm
that-
waiting for the
Stop.
follow up there.
In the '90s, I hated it because it wasn't till the late '90s, early 2000s. There wasn't a whole lot going on in the metal scene because everybody wanted to do the whole new metal, like
Oh,
Limp Bizkit.
Corn.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is that?
But see, I seen Corn live, and it was crazy.
You don't like corn?
I like the vegetable corn.
Oh my goodness. So okay, I'm gonna head out. That's that's the
They're
last
just
straw.
not-
right
they're
there.
just not good.
Anybody
Like,
else want
I've
to come
seen
in?
them live.
now
They
that
put on a
Leon's
great live
leaving?
show.
I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter how good you play shit live. It's still shit.
But he walked out on stage with a set of bagpipes.
I don't care.
I was like,
does it make it better?
you can't have bagpipes at a metal concert. And the second he started playing, the whole place just erupted. It was crazy.
I don't know. I've just never been a fan of Corn, and I grew up like as they were getting super popular, and I just didn't understand it. Same with Disturbed. I never liked Disturbed
For-
either, or Slipknot. Don't like any of those bands.
For
I
some
wasn't
reason,
a big fan of Slipknot. No, like Stone Sour though was pretty cool.
Nirvana. That's what got me into rock.
I
You know,
hate
I won't
Nirvana.
lie. I love
I
Nirvana,
fucking hate Nirvana too.
but when you know,
Shots firing everywhere. That's a damn
But-
grenade.
We're gonna get a bunch of Joey Strange doesn't know anything about music, except I do it every day, jackasses.
which is proof you don't need a degree.
That's true.
But Nirvana, I absolutely love Nirvana, and can't stand Foo Fighters.
I love the Foo Fighters.
How could you
Hate
not
Nirvana.
like the Foo Fighters?
Early Foo Fighters, I like.
Really?
Now it's just like
I always looked at it as like, man, good thing Dave Grohl got in a better band after everything.
See, all through the '90s, I listened to Soundgarden just because they were the shit.
do you like Savage Garden?
Do you like Olive Garden?
I love Olive Garden.
Free breadsticks.
Not free, unlimited.
I got it pretty like growing up when I did sucked pretty bad because like everything I experienced for a long time musically was like hand me down music.
Right.
So like fucking like my cousins Scott and Matt, I'm calling you motherfuckers out because y'all had an Uncle Cracker CD that I was forced to listen to.
Oh. That's just child abuse.
I DJ'd in the '90s, and I hated it because everybody wanted to play that stupid "Follow Me" song.
Follow me and I can get. No, it's terrible.
Good God!
It's so bad. Oh,
After you hear that song like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, it gets old.
I think I'm trying to remember the first time I heard Blink 182 though, and that's when things changed for me. I was in middle school for sure. And just the first time I heard Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, that album, I'm just like, what the fuck? What is this? This is amazing. These guys don't give a shit. And it just changed everything. And I immediately had to just get more of that.
Hey, Joey. No one likes you when you're 23.
I know.
Um,
I'm learning.
is there anything that you listen to like your parents just were like, what are you listening
Everything.
to?
Everything. And well, with the exception of like, because I grew up on like Queen and the Clash and like old school like rock music. So like if I would listen to stuff like that, my mom would be cool. But like I would listen to like 3 Days Grace in my room, just cranked all the way up. And my mom would be like, shut that headbanger shit off.
I got a great story about Motley Crue. My grandmother, the first tape I ever bought was Theater of Pain, Motley Crue. And everybody hates on that record, but that was my first heavy metal record. And my grandmother found it, and it had the upside down star on the cover. Oh my God. My grandmother found it, put it into a bucket of gasoline, and lit it on fire.
What?
And just like a Ouija board, it ended up back on your dresser, didn't
Oh
it?
man.
No, I actually went to the local pharmacy where they sold tapes and bought a CD. They had the ginormous packaging for the CD itself.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
lock thing on it and everything, so
And
you
that
couldn't steal
It was
it.
also the same day that I bought Sony Walkman,
Oh.
so I could keep my CDs in the ones that I was listening to at least, and then hide the rest of them underneath my mattress on my bed, so she wouldn't burn my music. 'Cause
Oh man.
I loved heavy metal music.
I'd be
Completely
pissed.
unrelated, but going back to technology and how much things have changed. You just said something that sparked in my head. I remember going to Walmart here in town back in the 90s. Remember where they had all the cards, like anniversary, birthday. all that stuff?
Yeah.
And you remember that machine where it was a touch screen and you could pick out what card you wanted and it printed it all off.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
That was
Hallmark.
genius.
Right?
My mom made me one, a
Hallmark.
custom one. About when I went out driving, I ended up going in circles, and she's like, "You need to just stop. Like you're not going to be able to drive anymore." No.
That's great for
And she made
people
me a
with-
card against that.
That's great for people
about
with,
it.
with shitty handwriting too.
Mhm.
Right?
Because I have terrible handwriting. I fucking can't write a card to save my life. So
Yeah, being nostalgic, that's one thing that I really miss.
I just miss. I don't know. I look back and I'm like, there's so many things that I enjoyed about my childhood and stuff.
Mhm.
You know, I wish I could go back and discover a lot of the bands that I discovered again for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Because like I remember getting my hands on my cousin Carissa's iPod and listening to Brand New for the first time and just thinking, what is this? It's so good. It's so deep. You know, and it's like, I don't know. It's like one of the moments where I really decided that I wanted to be, you know, a songwriter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, it was great growing up when I grew up listening to my brothers were from LA. So they would get all the underground music that was going out on the West Coast. Well, this was like in the very early 80s. So my brothers would bring stuff like Slayer, Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth. And I remember looking at this tape and it had in pen, just like really poorly drawn, No Life to Leather. And I remember putting it into the tape player that we had. And it just sounded like absolute garbage. And then because it was copied so many times. And then you listen to it, it's like, oh, okay. So I didn't know what Kill 'Em All sounded like until later on when I actually heard it on a record and you could hear what it actually sounded like. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Because it just sounded like the whole time.
I remember.
You remember trading tapes?
Yeah, well, I had a karaoke machine.
Okay.
So, and I had a CD player. So I had to take the microphone up to the CD player in order to, and you know, that's another thing that I miss. Yeah, and I guess I don't really miss it because you can do it now with technology. But giving a girl a mixtape,
Yes. God, I love doing that.
now you make her a playlist.
I would
Yeah,
love
but
one of
then-
those.
But the mixtape, dude, you could like, you had the Sharpie marker.
But a playlist is better because it's easier. And
yeah, but with
It's the time that you put into
with
it,
a
though.
mixtape though, you could put like subliminal messages under there. You know,
you can still do it with a playlist, though.
how do you do that with a playlist?
What do you mean, like subliminal messages?
You used to
like,
be able to like be in the background and just be like, "You want to do me," and it's just so faint that somehow it sticks in their head. Be like, "Man, this
I
is a
don't-
really nice tape. I,
I don't
want
know.
to do
I
him."
don't think that's the actual science behind it, but
Hey, I seen Josie and the Pussycats. I know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you do. I'm not convinced you're making a very good argument right now.
I used to listen to my mixtapes and I wanted to do me. I'm just saying.
I think that's just because you were a teenager.
Yeah.
It's puberty.
No, I didn't learn how to masturbate the right way until I was in my 20s.
Wait.
People say romance is dead,
What?
but was it ever really alive?
It's a good question. We'll have to say that for the next podcast.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
So you guys want to wrap this
Are
up?
we wrapping up?
yeah, I probably should. I got to drive ahead of me in the morning. I just got a text message from my sister. You better be getting your ass to bed soon. You
Is
have
she
to get
listening?
up early. She was listening. Yeah.
Just put it
She
on.
needs to start listening again because that's the one that likes me, right?
Yeah, Deb up north. She was so bummed.
Deb.
She was so bummed out because at the relay she didn't get a chance to finally meet you.
She was at the relay?
hmm
Was I not there at the time? Or
No, you were there.
well, what the fudge?
Yeah,
Camera guy.
I was doing the camera thing.
Well, I wasn't doing the camera thing the whole time.
I have a solution.
But
Joey
she knew,
did
like
a
she
good
knew who
job.
you were. She knew. She was like, hey, "That's Leon." I was like, "Shit, I should."
I have a
introduce
solution
you.
for you for the drive tomorrow.
Oh, what's that?
You get in your car, just put it on cruise control. You'll eventually end up there. You don't even have to worry about it.
Just make yourself a Pantera playlist.
Exactly.
And just fucking crank it.
Take a bus or a train?
I don't want to kill myself. Take a bus.
Yeah, Greyhound.
That
Ugh,
video today that I shared
no
with you,
buses.
Which one?
the one with Phil and Selma. All right, we're gonna learn about singing today.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I got an early morning, and I still have to finish my lunch.
What? What? It's
Well,
only...
maybe Heather can just leave. We can just. No, I'm kidding.
Aw.
Well, thanks again to Jason coming on to the podcast. We loved
Yeah.
every
Thanks
minute of it.
again for Leon coming on.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks again for
definitely.
being on.
Anytime you want me back, I love this stuff.
And thank you, Kirk, for the pizza.
Yes,
and,
thank you, Kurt.
Not
Mm.
bringing the puppet.
yeah, not bringing the puppet.
But
Thanks
yeah.
to all our listeners. Like, share, subscribe.
Thank you, all you beautiful people. I love your faces. And
We'll see you guys next week with Hannah the
Cutting.
Nutritionist.
You cut me off,
You
bitch.
cut Joey off
No, I
telling
didn't.
how beautiful our
You
people
did.
are.
You cut me
What?
off, you son of a bitch.
It's about to go down.
I'm about to fight you.
Hey, get that thing
crack-
out of my face.
About to crack this microphone over your bald ass head. No, thank you all for listening. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends, and stay beautiful.
And keep on tuning in
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
because we definitely enjoy our viewers.